Hello, everybody. Grace is just making a cuppa, as usual. How the heck is everybody keeping? Just go a quick run through the list. Mab, I'm not really here. Okay. Thoughts and prayers for Mab, because he's not really here. Oh, wait, isn't it tonight supposed to be a Rob Free night? Just the delightful Grace. Excellent, I'm here now. I am so sorry to disappoint you, Mab. And Mab, I did see that comment on Venison. Me and you. Words, mate. Words. Paul Woods, good to see you, birdie. How the heck are you keeping? And Victor Levitt. I did say that, well, Paul's just watching Trev Stubbs live. Victor, I did say you got back from hospital. I hope everything's okay, mate. It's nothing too serious, buddy. Oh, you're not paused it then, Mav. Yeah. You have to wait for 45 minutes and then Mav has to pause it. Remember, it's always 45 minutes. Me, okay. My girl had an MRI scan. Ooh, not nice. Mind you saying that, when I was going in for my shoulder and I had a couple of MRI scans on that, I actually fell asleep. You had the headphones on and I actually fell asleep. And I was quite pleased about that. I was so relaxed. And despite it being so noisy, I managed to fall asleep. It's Roberto! Yes, it is, Paul. Damn, says Matt. We can demote you, Matt. We can demote you. And I don't care if you've got solid tyres on your chair. I'll cut your tyres up. You can do words, Rob. Proper big words. I can indeed. I can think of a few right now, but I'm not going to broadcast them on a live. I might say some to your face next week on Sunday. Lazy Rob. Oh, hello, Sight. You right, buddy? Blah, blah, blah. Mav, you're in trouble, mate. You are in trouble. I'm damn sure there's a few others that are there that will help me sort your tyres out, maybe buckle them a bit. Ah, even better. Tell you what, Mav, I'll nick one of your wheels so you can move around in circles. Sorted. Yeah, so obviously we've got the live coming on tonight because we won't be going live Saturday night because this time on Saturday nights, well, I'm hoping we'll be going towards like the first dance between the bride and the groom. And then once we've done that, said our goodbyes because they are good friends of ours. Said our goodbyes, we'll be heading over to Crewe. We'll take great pleasure in meeting most of you. Certain somebody we won't take great pleasure in. We'll avoid him like the plague once we've nicked his wheel. Mav, I'd love to see you try. They don't come off. Really? I qualified as an engineer, mate. Simon, I'm okay. Just watch some football. Tell you what, let's switch over to this and let's read it in order. Digger Evans, good to see you, buddy. How the hell are you keeping, sir? Darren, welcome in as well. Good to see you back again. Why you keep coming back to us, I don't know. You must be a glutton for punishment, buddy, but you're more than welcome in. Mav, like I said, I'd love to see you try. Challenge accepted, Mav. Challenge accepted. Kevin! How the hell are you? I know it's Grace who's supposed to say that, but how are you, Kev? You keeping okay, buddy? Hi, Rob. I'm Kevin Cameron, Low and Mike. Oh. Yeah. Doing good, thanks, Rob. Hope you and Grace are well. Yeah, not so bad, mate. Not so bad. Did my first shift back in work yesterday after 7 months. It's caused me a bit of pain up here, but that's by the by. Simon, Mav, you're going to have a sleepover in Crewe with Rob. Yeah, he can be the little spoon. With a big little spoon. Is this live or Memorex? Oh my God, yeah, Memorex tapes. I remember them, Ray. You're right, Ray. You keeping well, buddy? But yeah, Memorex tapes. And what was the other ones? What was the other big brand VHS tapes? Someone remind me. Maura, hello, sweetheart. You keeping all right? Good to see you in, darling. God, it's going to bug me now. Come on, someone tell. What was the other big brands? Stanover. Mark, good to see you in. Ariston. Ariston's another one, but it wasn't the one I was thinking about. There was another massive brand. It was the skeleton, re-record and fade, not re-record, not fade away, re-record, not fade away. TDK's another one. Thank you, Mark. Ariston on, yeah, on and on. That was that one. Sony. It was the skeleton one that kept on walking backwards and forwards to the tape player. Scotch tapes, yeah. Ethan, I just got back from catching 37.608 at Birmingham International. Nice one. TDK's another one. Oh, I've got to see. I think that's our. If I'm right, I think that's our rescue helicopter 936. Let's look on flight radar. No, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm guessing that's military because it's not showing up. Hi, Rob. Oh, well, hope things are good with you. Yeah, no complaints, sweetheart. No complaints. Maxwell, that's another one. It was Scotch, was it, Mav? I do apologise. Thank you very much. Again, we talk about these bloody random things in our live streams, don't we? Who started that anyway? I can't remember. But yeah, first shift back yesterday. Let's say the other men blind. Blind? Who's blind? Yeah, so Grace was on the member stream last night. I was watching a bit of it because I had to give up on the driving a bit because my shoulder went. So I have to do it carefully now. So it's going to be a slow process, and I'll start the gym this week as well. But yeah, it was good to get back. Nice to meet up with the patients. Yeah, God knows where Grace is. Bear with me a second. Alexa, drop into the kitchen.
Okay, dropping in.
Watch this. Grace?
Yeah.
Oh, you are in there. We're just wondering where you are because Mav's especially disappointed that it's me in the stream and not you.
Sorry, I can't hear you because the coffee thing's going.
No, I just said Mav is slightly disappointed that it's not you in the stream, it's me.
Well, he should have turned up last night and he didn't, so weak excuse.
Oh yes, that's a point, Mav. You should have turned up last night.
You could tell last night.
Yeah, you could have been in the member stream last night, so you could have had Grace all to yourself and none of me. Alexa, drop out. That's great news, Rob. You must be pleased. I am, because I've been doing ambulance for 20 odd years now, and it becomes a part of you. So you know, after 7 months, well, 6 months and 20 days. That's how sad I am. I know about it. Yeah, I did miss it, and it was great getting back with the patients. It's nice being in the back for once as well, because obviously when working with Grace, I'm always driving. Grace is always in the back, so I was with the driver yesterday, and I got to spend some time in the back with the patients, which is fantastic. BASF, that's another one. Slightly, only slightly what? AFK. You're away from keyboard now. Okay, Mav, check your messenger, buddy. Oh, Jesus, I've just noticed the stupid bleeding love heart down the side. Bear with me a second. Let's get rid of that piece of trash. I wish they would turn that off. And if you wanted it, you had to turn it on. But who wants that stupid love heart? Because it blocks the bloody stream, doesn't it? Where are we? Where are we? I replay my data. Help! Come on! Well, that's it. That's the one there. So, customization, live reactions, and save. Let's go back to that, and that gets rid of the stupid love heart. Member X, that's another one. Ray, nothing against you, Rob, but Gracious Mountains are always better than you burying nuts. There is nothing wrong with burying nuts. You have to go to that. No, I'm not going to say it. I nearly said it, but I'm not going to say it. Fuji and Sony, Scotch. Yeah, Mav says Scotch, yeah. Oh, God, I remember. Do you remember the original Betamax machines? Or Betamax, or whatever you want to call them? They were huge, weren't they? Tiny, tiny little tape, but the actual machine itself was huge. Going back to the 80s now, aren't we? Jesus. Yeah, so I'm not sure what Grace is doing tonight. I imagine. I mean, I put the where's the camera? Where's the camera? There. I put the camera on Grace's church, but I know last night I just bear with me. Last night on the oh no, wrong one. On the live stream, Grace was working on the what's the word for it, Grace? Greenhouse, that's it. And the hedges and Grace's bush. Thank you. So yeah. Oh. So everybody looking forward. Well, those that are going. Hopefully looking forward to Jason's first. What's the word for it, Grace? My head is not working tonight.
Inaugural model rail crew.
That's it. Inaugural model rail crew. I know as many people as possible are going to support him. We're hoping it's going to be a massive success for him. I know him and Rachel are both rather not stressed. I know they're both tired because they've been working so hard to get this up and running. I'll just put that there as a reminder. Yeah, so this time next week, this time on Sunday, it'll all be sort of over and done with. Jason, Rachel, all the volunteers, etc., can take a breather and take a rest, and hopefully start planning for next year's one. Because I know he's worked hard on it. He had the disappointment of Pete Waterman not being able to go. We've all got our own thoughts on that, but that's by the by. But it's not about that. It's not about getting a celebrity to open up and cut the ribbon and everything. It's about basically, actually, if I just do this, where are we? If I do this, it's about this. He's got his little timer on there now, so he's got 4 days, 14 hours, 52 minutes, and 27 seconds. And it's gone massive for him. It really has. He's having to turn people away, unfortunately, because of lack of space. And you've got some of the clubs and societies that are part of it. Let's go into the layouts. Weaver Hill, I've heard a lot about. Renmere. Oh, page is still loading. Cheadle Ridge, Boston and Maine, CX Renville, etc., etc. I'm not going to go through all of them, but it's really important to him. It really is, and of course, the actual sponsors themselves. And he's got Staffordshire Printing, Coppenhall Club, Scenic 3D, Sonnet Radio, Orion Creative, Hobby Goblin, very dodgy photography company. Did I go through that? Have I gone through that already? Yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the exhibition tickets. So if anybody's still thinking of coming, we can they still get their tickets?
Tickets on the door.
Tickets on the door. You can still book them on here. You can still get your tickets on the door. So yeah, if you can, if you feel like it. How do I stop presenting this now? There we go. Let's go back to that one. But yeah, it's a massive thing. More back in a few minutes. And it's important, isn't it, Grace? You know, everybody's worked hard. They've got all the volunteers that are coming there. Grace has been doing a lot of the social media, volunteered to do a lot of the social media work to help out with my brain's not working tonight. With Jason and Rachel. And I think it's going to be a fantastic event. It really is. I think even Jason's going to be surprised, hopefully. Do you want your chair back?
No, goodness, this much.
Okay. Do you want to... Oh, hello, Flymo. You all right, Adam? How are you feeling, mate? Do you want to jump in? Because the likes of Mav don't want to see my ugly face. They want to see yours. Not your ugly, but they want to see
Well,
your
we should
face.
have tuned in yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
He had me all to himself then.
Oh, there you go.
We did. You weren't here. Just coming from the security camera with a voice. So how are we all this evening anyway?
I did do it, but I can't do it as well as you do. It's not the same when I do it. Oh, excuse me for a minute. Sounds stupid. Put those glasses on just for a second. All the way up. Now look up with the glasses. Can you see anything at the top of the frames?
I saw like a speck
Have a look.
around here. Oh,
Weird or what?
Hmm.
That's actually quite distracting.
whoop whoop, it's Grace time.
Love.
No.
Where are we? Oh, Simon. I'll let him off.
Oh, it's mad instead of like. It's not on here, just saying hi as I'm going to eat and go back to bed. Maxwell, break the sound barrier. You take care, fly, my darling.
You look after yourself, buddy. Always here for a chat.
So, again, we are on StreamYard tonight, guys. So that means we are on Top Chat.
Good.
I don't know why it shows Top Chat. I don't know.
I did have. I did close it, but I did have.
Doesn't like coping with it, though, does it?
Just bear with us, guys. Going to go back to get the
Oh,
what?
my laptop's there.
No. Which one is it? This one?
No,
No,
not
that
that
one.
says live.
Oh yeah. You also live. Tuesday night live, Saturday night.
No,
live.
that said live on the corner.
All right, smart ass.
So, good evening, Brian. Great. So, who you know that is, that is coming to crew. So, I think you've got me and Rob, Jason, Brian. I don't know, is Mr. X coming? Brian, you might have to correct me on that. You've obviously got all those involved with their layout. I think Dan is coming. He needs to speak to. Oh, who is it he needs to speak to? I can't remember. He needs to speak to someone to see if I can get a lift. Wardell isn't coming. Timber is coming as he organised the meets. I think Hillcrest Hawk might be coming, but I'm not fully sure. Don't quote me. Ian Mellin, hi Rob and Grace and everyone. Good evening, darling. So yeah, I don't actually fully know who's coming. Yes, Grace, Mr. X is it? Yep. So Mr. X, who's also Martin, isn't he? So he is coming. Who am I thinking else? Stoneover might be coming. I'm trying to think because I know you were hoping, but plans have changed for you, so unfortunately. But hopefully next year will be your year. So hopefully you'll be able to join us next year. Sorry, I know you were gutted, but I know obviously life has gotten away. Sorry, I'm tidying up because I'm seeing bits of thingy from last night. But yeah. And anybody else forever hold your peace? Oh, Jake as well. I think he's coming. Me, if I can get the damn trains booked. What are you having problems with, Mark? Short red extra. Andrew, very good evening. How are you keeping, darling?
Maura's in, but she's away at the moment.
Grace, are you guys still planning a live from the venue? All being well, yes. But obviously it will depend just how the day goes. I don't want to promise and say, yes, we will definitely be going live. Because obviously if we promise it and it doesn't happen, we then let people down. So we hope to go live, but I cannot give people a time because obviously the problem is when we first arrive, I'm going to clean this again because of my cut fingers. That's better. So obviously when we get there first arrive, it's just going to be getting photos, You've then got the meet at 11. Meet and greet with everyone there. And I know at the end of the afternoon we're doing photos again because you've got the raffle draw and the winner of the layout of the exhibition award. That's at 4:30. So we hope to get a live in. I just don't want to say a time. So, and Tim Maslin, very good evening, darling. Wonderful. How are you and Rob? We're good, thank you, and you, darling. So Rob had his first shift last night. He is a bit sore, but he's okay. That's to be expected, really. You know, first shift back. He's not had physio for weeks because that finished. And the gym referral takes up to 6 weeks to come through. So he starts that this week. But obviously, because of that, he started with not having as much strength. So he's got to build his strength up a bit more. Hi, Brian. We won't be in. Friday would be better. Oh, no, you're talking to Brian. Sorry. So, yeah, it's looking forward to it. That's for sure. Definitely looking forward to it. It's obviously a long-awaited. We said when it first happened, oh, you know, it's ages to go, and suddenly we're here. You know, it's this weekend. Like I said, our Friday is sorting all the cameras out and everything like that. I'm working tomorrow, so I hope we're going to get an episode out, but it's probably best to say now we might not. What are you working on, Tim? So I'm hoping to do a bit more by the church. So I don't know how far Rob zoomed out here. So last night on the members, I got on a bit more with the vicarage. So we're starting to get a bit, again, I'm kind of doing the back first and then following through. I've still got to make the tree as well. Obviously, it's always, I tend to get the shakes when it comes to doing it, which is sod's law. Are you bringing Mam to crew? No, we're not, Simon. Because obviously we're finishing up the wedding maybe 9:30 at night. We're not going to get in crew until about midnight, half midnight, depending when we leave, because it's driving through. The wedding is further into Wales, like more mid Wales area, so we've got all that to get through to then get over to crew. So yeah, we're not getting there till probably the early hours, getting a few hours kip and then getting up. So Brian and Tim, are you near to each other then, guys? And can you guys hear that music? That is my question. Only because a neighbour is playing it, so I might have to close the door. If you guys can hear it that well, please do let me know on that one. Oh, that's handy, Tim. Oh, that's cool that you and Bryce are close. We both live in Telford. Oh, cool. Problem is, I'm awful at remembering where people live. I really am. But yeah, please do let me know on this music situation if somebody can. Because like I said, if you guys can pick this up, I'm going to have to get that door shut. Because we can't risk it setting off copyright. The Telford gang. Smallwood Junction. Very good evening. And I've gone blank on your name. Graham? No, it's not Graham, is it? I am going to have to go to the list. I'm at that stage of questioning myself, I think. How are you keeping it anyway, darling? Oh, pardon me. Yeah, Paul. I don't know why. Always do. Sorry, Paul, darling. What?
Getting loads of emails from her. It's DxO, it's a photography thing. But I'm getting like loads of emails from a French version of it.
Oh, parlez-vous français?
I used to.
Oh, non, c'est pas. Same as mine, Grace. Yeah, I'm awful, aren't I, with like questioning names. But yeah, so I'm hopefully going to do a bit more there tonight and see how it goes. Because we've got to try and...
Did you put more holes in this?
No, I noticed the holes were already in there. So would you put the holes in there?
I thought I covered them up.
No, but I'm kind of glad because putting it in place, I actually kind of like that fence.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But obviously it's hard to see on the camera. Like we were discussing on the live last night.
I think they're right, though. I don't think you can have the fence right on the edge.
No, I like where you put it further in.
It needs to be further in, doesn't it?
Yeah. But we can sort that out after. But no, it's...
Sorry, I put the brickwork on
Yeah.
it as well, yeah. But
Sorry,
it's
guys,
not,
we're just catching up.
it's not staying at that height. It's just I deliberately overcut the correct to be cut
Yeah.
down.
But no, now I've seen it in person, I actually quite like it.
I think that'll look good. Grass, maybe a couple of rocks on it.
Grass, rocks, bushes.
Yeah. Especially around the fencing, the base of the fencing.
Yeah. I'll get my tufts for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, like I said, Rob had done that video for everyone, but it is not the same as what you see in person.
What's that?
What you show on camera. We were discussing this last night, like Jason's bushes that we saw.
Yeah.
And his forms. Nowhere near the same. It's even better in person than it is on camera.
But this microfiber stuff, it's absolutely awesome. It really is. He says, noticing that the bag hasn't been sealed. Because if anything, this will get affected by moisture.
Yes. You don't want that.
But no, it's fantastic stuff. When we run out, I will be buying some more.
You're on the mend, Simon. So yeah, I think Simon is getting there, but unfortunately, with everything, it's just obviously the track for Simon to come. It's not just like us where we get in a car or a bus or a train. You know, he's going on a plane and everything. It's quite a journey for you, isn't it, Si?
What's that?
They're just saying about the shame Si isn't coming, and people have asked how's he doing.
He's got to put his health first.
Yes.
He really has. Oh, I'm gutted. I am gutted.
No, I think a lot of people are, but we want him healthy first. So I said it will just be even better next year.
Yeah, well, hopefully next year he can come and stay a couple of days. And
yeah.
And is he still in it?
Yeah, maybe we'll be in a position as well to stay up.
Well, not just that. I'm just thinking, is there any reason that Simon can't come to Crewe and then come up to North Wales for a few days and stop here? He wouldn't have to get a hotel, would he?
We're already sorting it out for you.
And then just take him down to the train to get to Manchester Airport.
Yeah. Back again. Hello, Brian. Hi, Amora, darling.
That's what I was going to put on the screen, wasn't it?
So I obviously haven't seen you this evening. So hello from me. Digger is the sound of birds setting Jimmy off. Digger, how are you doing, darling? Are you coming to Crewe? So we're trying to work out who is coming to Crewe, who's hoping to, who's a maybe. We've got quite a few people there. 11 o'clock is the YouTubers meet.
Organised by Timber.
Organised by Mr. Timber.
Why can't it? I'm trying to get it to come up on the screen, but it's not coming up.
But you'd be able to get it because it's open, so it'll be on YouTube anyway, won't it?
Oh yeah, of course it will.
It's not the members. Yeah, flight, train rate and so on. But the funny thing is the flight from Denmark is probably cheaper than a train ticket from Dover to Crewe.
Jesus.
Yeah, this is the crazy thing, isn't it? It's like when I was going down to see my folks, it was costing me, what, 130 quid?
Well, if you think about it next year, if Simon's up for it next year, and as long as everything goes to plan, there is no harm whatsoever in us setting off, going up to Manchester, picking him up from the airport, and heading down there. Because it's not the biggest,
And because we won't have the wedding, next year might be totally different for us.
I just realised High's still blooming live.
Oh, it's High live as well.
Oh, sugar. Oops. Sorry, High, when you come in.
But yeah, it's a lot for you, isn't it, Si, when you've still got things going on. So
health first.
I was hoping to get there, Grace, if I can arrange transport. Whereabouts are you, Digger? Because obviously if we can help you get a lift, then you know, that can work out.
Oh, that's not working either.
What?
Oh, here we are. Cast. KD49. See if that works. It's just nicer on the big screen because I can see the comments as well.
So yeah, let's see if we can help you get a lift. Sean, was it you, darling, that was possibly getting a lift with
Dan?
With Dan, was it you? Or was it the you've got Sean and you've got?
Yes.
As soon as I see their names, I get them. No, not Al. No, I've always between Buckley and what's the other channel? I always mix their names up, but as soon as I see their name, I get it right. Sean.
If Sean's still after a lift, Sean, if you are still after a lift,
I think it's Sean.
Please drop us a line because Dan was asking last night about contact details to arrange a lift. So if you can drop us a message, rgjtrains@outlook.com or Facebook Messenger or whatever, drop us your contact details that we can pass over to Dan with your permission, so we can give you a shout about picking you up on the Sunday.
Who is it? Oh, Growler Ewan. Oh, but as soon as I see their names, I know which one it is. So no, it wasn't you, and it was Sean. I had to see who it was.
Oh, okay, so I've made a mistake.
No. I think it is Sean.
Sean.
Yeah, let's not. But
Dirty basket. I missed anyway.
yeah, wet.
For all the wrong reasons.
So yeah, if that is you, please do let us know, Don. Just thought I'd say hi because I don't know if my comments stayed in the chat. Very good evening, Jake. I haven't seen your name, by the way, but I've just read by the way there.
Why are they looking at you small?
That won't work on there.
That won't work on there. It might work on there, though.
Thank you. Lord Al. No, it isn't Lord Al, Jake. Timber's told us he is not coming because they've had, I think, Lord Al still travelling. Oh, Alan of Butland Junction will be at Model Rail Crew as well, I believe. I'll Facebook you in a minute. Thank you, darling. It's just he doesn't have your contact details.
Obviously, we need your permission to pass those on, like your phone number or something.
Hey, everyone that said hi. Came to the decision and taking the layout up. Okay. What's your plans?
What's that?
Sure. Have you been pinching any of those while I've been away?
No, I haven't touched them. I've only just found them there.
They weren't there. That's why they were up in the cupboards.
Oh, okay.
I thought you might have been every time you went into the cupboard grabbing
touched
one. They go too quick, don't they?
I like them, you know I do, and I don't do chocolate. But
No. I like these, and I do because they're coconut. And Irish, it's 6. Craig, how you keeping, buddy? All right, I won't be in tonight's live as I've had some bad news. Okay, Jake, I hope you're keeping okay. Rob's going to drop you a message. And
Craig.
Wayne. No, Jake. Wayne Model Builder, very good to see you, darling. So that's someone we haven't seen for a while with Jimbo again. But he could be busy. I know the bar manager Gav again is slacking, which means Mad's going to have to take over tonight. But he's busy a few days, isn't he? So
I can do better than that.
So we have to use the banner, you see, when our barman is not here to shout it out. Yeah, Brian, I'm not selling me Engage this time, though. So you're doing another Engage then, Sean? Complete the rebuild, new design, 00 on the bottom, Engage in the top at some point. Oh, okay. See, that's what we've always said. We've said when we've done this one once, we want to kind of like do it again, but do it differently with things like, obviously, the things we've learned now. I don't think we would do the incline where we put it because obviously you lose so much of seeing what's behind it, isn't it, Rob?
What's that?
If we did it again, we wouldn't have this front incline there.
No.
Because otherwise we lose.
I was thinking
everything.
about that. I was thinking about that the other day. You still need the up and down, yeah?
Yeah, but you could.
They have them side by side.
Yeah.
At the back.
Exactly.
And you just have a loop here.
Yeah. So that's the thing, guys. Obviously, we've learned so much already with your help. So, because Rob was like, let's go engage. Oh. Sorry, it's going cold. But Rob was saying, let's go engage. And I thought, well, no, why don't we use what we've learned
And what we've got.
and what we've got to rectify and do it even better before we then go off into engage? Because I think it would be a crime now with all the rolling stock we've got to just finish it and go, no, we're done with it. I would like to at least do it a bit different again, because like I said, I think the worst thing of what we've done is that incline, because you have to stand up closer to see that area, don't you?
Yeah.
Where when say like we're sitting here, obviously you guys will be able to see it. And I'm looking up at there, aren't I? So I can't. Let me move to StreamYard for a minute. So obviously, what you guys see is that incline, and you cannot see what's behind it. The only when you start seeing it. Let me do this actually. That's not maybe safe, don't I?
Wait, take the camera with you.
No. I'm showing them because obviously I can't. It's for Matt.
Well, take the other one.
No. It's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to see how close you have to get. So yeah, you have to really get about here to actually see that. And then obviously when you get closer is when you see the line. And I definitely think that's one thing that we've done, which is such a shame. In one way, it's not totally, because obviously we can still see it and things, but I think for videos and everything, it does make things a lot harder. Like filming when I was doing the rocks, it was much more difficult to get a decent angle because again it was in the way. So yeah, I think it does mean that my Purple Mountains might stay for another route, because I would like to keep them because they were such hard work. Us. What?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
So yeah, it just it's definitely something that we want to revisit and do differently, but because of how far we are along now, I think, don't you think, Rob, that maybe we're just using this is our layout that we can have good and bad fails, and this is where we make the mistakes but we fix them, and then next time we just do better. So hopefully it's just a one shot makes it, that's it.
Oh, we'll still make mistakes on the second one.
No,
The question is, do we go DCC on the second one, or do we wait to go DCC on Engage?
well, that's the thing. I think if we'd have to get chips and everything to them the next layout, just not use them. So I think possibly stay
Stay DC at 00 and then go DCC
with
on Engage.
engage.
But it's like you said, a lot of the special rolling stock I wouldn't get rid of.
No. So that is the thing when we do go engage. Very good evening, Trevor, darling. Did Rob show you what I? Yeah. Did Rob show you what I sent? No, he didn't, Grace. Trying to, Grace. I'm sorry, Jake. I'm not sure what you meant there. Do you mean messaging Rob? Yeah, not sending me engage this time. Complete rebuild, new design, 00. Yeah, I've already read that. Why is it? Oh, because I'm back to. No, I'm on YouTube. Well, I'm currently cutting a 110 Sierra Cosworth out for me Tanya car. Cool. But I'm thinking a 00 gauge winter scene. So that's the other thing. Because we've done a spring summer layout this time, we could do an autumn winter layout next one. And that again would give me chance to practice. Yeah, that would give me chance to practice like winter scenes. Did show you guys, Rob, what I sent you. No, I'm just reading that. Trevor, I said good evening. Newlyn, that is Clive. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look. Did you get an answer? Or no, understandable. I'm looking for Clive here, not Newlyn. I'm sure I've got it down. Oh yeah, Clive. Hey, I got it right. See, guys, I go through the stages. Ivo as well. Very good evening. Yep, I finally managed to book my train tickets for Crewe. Brilliant. So you will be there. Gracie's next one going to be DCC. So no, we said leave that for Engage because otherwise we're going to invest in all that rolling stock to then get rid of it. Obviously, we're going to keep things like the mallard, things like that, because I can even do dioramas. Maybe that part of it.
Well, no, we could have all the special rolling stuff we can have up on the wall, can't we?
Well, I was going to say, could we get like shelves and make a scene, but it's just not it's just not, you can't thingy it. So we could even make like a dioramas on shelves to display those ones. But obviously, there's a lot of plans. We've still not even built this one or anywhere near to finishing it. But it is nice to dream about these things. And obviously, it's just playing around with things for the next one. We've learned so much already. We're going to still make mistakes. But Engage will give us so much more to play with. And that's when I'm hoping my initial idea that we had for this, that we couldn't do because of size, we can then do.
Oh, that's big. Too big.
Yeah. Can you remember what my initial idea was?
What,
with the track? But in Engage, we'd have to do it. But what was my initial idea with this? Can you remember?
Well, we wanted a beach, didn't we?
Yeah, so we wanted to do like a seaside into the mountains.
Well, mountains, down to a town, down to the seaside.
Oh, I thought we kept mountains at the back. I thought that bit we kept.
No, I mean proper mountains up here.
Yeah.
Big. Here now, in Engage, you could do proper big mountain. You do like Snowdon.
Yeah.
And you could. I don't know if you can actually, but you could even have a train going up it.
Yeah.
Back down.
We'd have to think about that one. That would definitely be.
But you'd have to have one that worked on either gears or cable.
Yeah. But obviously, Engage does mean that we'd fit a lot more in and be able to do those kind of things. Yeah, like I said, it shocked us when we first put those Metcalfe buildings out, and then we suddenly went, "Oh, we've not got enough room for this." So
try again.
Yeah, so straight away we were like making mistakes, and I think it is a learning curve, but that would mean that more of the initial idea, it's going to be harder in Engage, don't get me wrong, but we would fit an awful lot more in it. So, woohoo, Mark's coming. Now I've just got to book the accommodation. Rob forgot again. He said he was going to show on my live. Remind him. Okay, he's just on my phone at the moment. Howdy, folks. Howdy, Andy. How are you enjoying your break off YouTube? Are you coming to Model Rail Crew? You're getting the best out of the space you have. Oh, don't get me wrong, Simon. I know that we've managed, especially with this extension. I think if we didn't have this extension, we were going to struggle to get it all in. Because that's what I say, the TMD was going to be so tiny. So maybe next time we can swap it and have a smaller TMD and a bigger town, you know, to kind of make up for this one. But the biggest thing is, it is that incline that is taking so much space away. It's ridiculous. But you know, you live and learn. And I think when we initially went and set this up, we never expected how the YouTube would go. So obviously we just thought we were going to do our own little videos, rubbish videos, and then that's how it would work out. So I think obviously as the channel's developed as well, which has meant we need to be more serious about our filming. I know obviously it's our channel, we do what we want, but because we want to get the right views for you guys, we want to get those right angles. That's also happened. But then it's other things like we had very little rolling stock at the start. We only had like the HSTs. So that's why, again, we've got the mistake now that we can only run the bigger stuff on the lower line or the inner line, the outer line. And the inner line, sorry. We can only run the bigger stuff on the inner line, which, again, because of that, you won't see it as much. But not the upper line. So that's going to have to be the panniers, I think. Are they panniers? I like the blue diamond and that. Only those will go at the top. So again, it's lots of mistakes learned. It's things like that. So yeah, I think we're doing all right. It's just things that we've learned and seen others do that, I'm making mistakes still on my second layout. It's just something we're looking into. It is something that we're a long way off. We're not even anywhere near getting on with this layout, for Christ's sake, because of everything going on. We're still mountains almost finished, but not quite there. I think we've still got to, if I come round and point, I think the mountains, I think all that really needs doing there is the sorting out of the. Shall I grab the camera and give you guys a walkthrough, or am I talking too much? Please tell me if I'm just gas bagging too much. If I'm gas bagging too much, then just tell me and I'll go off subject, because you know what I'm like. I think you might be shocked at how expensive Engage is too. Yeah, we do know this is a crazy thing. Like with Metcalf kits, they're smaller, but they're either the same price or more expensive. I just like having more room. I'm making mistakes a lot. My second, Euro or UK Engage. It would be a UK Engage Ivo as my Brian, and my third Pocket Rockets Grace. Those little 040s. Okay. Grace's Mountains still not hit their peak. So do you guys want me to do you a quick walk around with what I'm saying, or shall I move subject now? Because I know I'm gas bagging and I obviously don't want to bore you guys. So, it's they get better the more you make. So there is lots of things, and then obviously it's going to be interesting to go from double O gauge sizing to N gauge sizing. I'm just waiting to find out if you want me to change subject or get the camera and kind of move to the back on where we're at the moment and what we need to do next. I'll be out of town for Crow, I'm afraid. Oh, such a shame, Andy. But hopefully see you on the next one. Only I can gas bag more than anyone else. So does that mean you're happy for me to continue this, where we're at, what we need to do? And if not, I will take you around for a tour. Because it is a while. Send my love.
Yeah. Grace should send a love as well. It's okay, mate. Well done.
I heard it.
Bye.
Don't shoot. We fleece the heck out of that innuendo. Get the camera and get gas bagging, right? Do you want to swap it? Yeah, it's gonna. So I think at the moment, obviously, like I say, I feel sometimes like we're 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but it's just purely what we're doing. So for us to progress, really, this whole back scene is what we need to finish, because obviously if I'm not finished those, we can't put the TMD, and if I've not finished here, we can't get this bit done. So I think on this corner we've got the mountains, apart from my snail that had a snack and I need to fix that. Here is the last bit to do for the mountains as such. And pen pidding is just making that more natural, fixing the tunnel area, and then here the disused bit, I'm kind of putting that separate, because obviously that doesn't affect. I can bring that away and do that from standing here, where the mountains you have to take it away. I've also got to cloud all the walls. I've still not done that yet, but it's awkward because literally, guys, that is the space. Take the camera and stuff away.
Stop wobbling and it won't be so blurry.
Blurry?
Yeah, look at the screen. Because you're wobbling so much, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, I'm trying not to. Unless I get the holder, and that might be because I am shaky as always. Oh, what have I done?
You closed the camera.
I did close the camera. So, I think here, let's put that a bit more suitable so it doesn't fall on us. So, here is the clouds. But like I was saying, guys, I'm going to move the mountains. That's the safest bet when I do it. That for sure is move the mountains. But even then, being on a top, if you guys have done it yourself, you will know how your legs get to you after a while. But the only issue, I've suddenly thought of it, Rob, the only issue I've got to contend with now.
What's that?
I can move Penpidden,
Yeah.
I can move the mountains,
Yeah.
but I literally have the space of Penpidden and my mountains to sit in because this isn't removable.
No.
So again, this is once I've done this, I won't have to do it next time on any future build. But obviously, like you can see there, guys, I'm not going to have a lot of space to sit and do it. So it will be.
I'll tell you what I saw yesterday as well. And you've been down those roads, so you'll know it. Some of the mountains there, identical to this.
Yes.
But there was a lot of hanging bushes and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I said, that's why I'd like put the bushes there. And you remember?
But you need more.
Yeah. But do you remember I said about grass and that as well?
No.
You should have got some pictures for me.
It was like 70% bushes.
Where are we talking about now?
Down towards Pockelly.
I think I've got pictures. Oh, where the lake is?
No.
No, I'm thinking of Boomaris, aren't I?
Yeah, there's no lake.
Not Boomaris, where the slate is.
Pockelly. Or Llanberis.
Festiniog.
Llanberis.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But anyway, but yeah, so that is something I want to do on a live partly, but it is literally going to be having to come up every now and then to get and rest my legs. So that's probably why I put that off at the moment. And then...
And we were talking about camera equipment. That's my baby. My very expensive baby.
Yeah, I'd love a full frame, but not at the moment. We'd have to win the lottery.
Yeah.
And then obviously once we finally got Penpidden in final place, because
loads of comments, Grace.
Oh, because Brian told me just to babble away. I did ask him. So yeah, we've got the line.
Mark's managed to book his.
Yes, I saw that. He just needs to sort the hotel.
Yeah.
Go to where Brian says about get the camera and babble. Basically, that's where.
I forgot again. He said he was going to show on the live.
Yes.
Remind him about what?
He sent you. You were going to show something on the live.
Oh, I'm looking at it.
So yeah, our next issue then from that mountains area.
Tim said, I think you might be shocked at how expensive Engage is.
I've read that.
Okay.
Shall I find it? Sorry, guys.
Where are we?
I did say, yeah, get the camera and get gas bagging.
Where? Where am I looking?
Here, because I said to them, do they want me to shut up or do they want me to just explain where we're at and what the plan is? Oh, they're just saying hi to Martin.
Grace said if you see what I sent Rob, it's a good idea for the disused line. I think he's talking about all that stuff that he sent us the other day.
Oh, yes.
Oh, shall I go and grab it?
Yes.
So we can, yes.
While I carry on gas bagging.
Yeah.
So Martin as well. Hi, darling. I'm just going through things. So yeah, once the mountains are done and everything's, glued up. So there's little bits more I want to add to the mountain, but because of it disconnecting, I can easily grab the mountain and do it separately. So that's not an issue. But we need to get that line running. There is no line on the board yet. We need to get it connected up. So then we've got our upper line again, our outer line. And then the next bit is, I'll show Rob quickly what we've had in the post. And again, Pete isn't in. So are we going to get an episode out this week? I've said to him, I'm not sure.
Yes, yeah. Snowy's just got back from Beth Gellert, and Snowy stopped bloody apologising.
Oh, funny. Oh, they like Beth Gellert, don't they?
Yes.
So, yes, Irish Craig has sent us some rusted up bits. That is intentional. Don't worry, he's not just giving us his scraps. So he's given us these so we can use them on the TMD. But
disused.
Oh, and the disused.
Yeah. Along with some of the wheel. Well, the wheels and that will be going at the TMD from my APT.
Yeah. But before we get onto that is obviously these hills. Now, again, these have completely stopped. So I'm hoping to add more rocks on like I have over there and get this thing. But again, it's getting those walls painted. But like you can see, guys, I have to be on my knees for a very long time. Yes, laugh. And that will take a while.
On your knees.
So obviously here is where the TMD area would be.
Car crash central at the moment.
Yeah, covered in plaster.
Yes, I had a couple of accidents.
I never would have guessed.
I was mixing the
Can you see it, guys?
fibre mold, and I was just might have put too much water in it, and it just exploded.
Yes. Well, I said if we do double O again, maybe give more space to the town next time, because we've done the big TMD with this because of the moderator award.
Well, if you think about it, if we have the two inclines slapped at the back of the thing, there is going to be a lot more space, because that front incline, and that was my idea, and I'll take the fall for it.
Well, no, it works in
But
some
it
ways.
hides too much.
Yes. Well, I said to the guys that I think as well, especially because we've grown so much on YouTube, initially it was just video it. But like with the rocks, I couldn't get a decent camera angle.
The other thing I want to do, and Cozzy has beaten us to it, is a live waterfall.
Yes.
If Cozzy Bank, if you go over to his channel, he's actually creating. Oh, try and put a link into it. Actually, he's actually creating a live waterfall.
Which obviously we have a water feature, our river.
Well, I wanted to do that, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah. But that will be, we'll look into it and get through this first. But yeah, this is hopefully going to be the TMD area with maybe a selection of shops there, because we thought about putting a park. I think that's staying, isn't it, behind the TMD bit? Because obviously this initially was where the town was going to be. But we might keep a few things there. I don't know. No, night, Simon. And then here we've obviously got our little windmill.
Craig, exploded. Rob's new word. I like.
I do.
Exploded.
I do. So yeah, here is obviously, this still isn't complete either, guys. This rock face here.
You saw Martin, was it?
Yeah, I did. And obviously things like the holes, the tunnels.
Andy T's in as well.
Oh, hi, Andy T. So things like the top of the tunnel, that needs blending in. It's all these little bits, guys. But again, things like this, I can easily reach. It's the two big bits behind that are more difficult. Oh, and I've realised I've got to put a bush there because that is completely flat and that does not work.
Oh, yes.
I do have to, I think.
Craig likes my exploded.
Yes. And then over
here.
here.
Got a poorly tummy in it. Exploded. You get an explosion.
So then here is going to be like maybe a building or something. That's the disused bit. And there's your road coming here. So obviously this is where we're going to have our river. That's very special to us. That is part of us that's going on there. And like a thing down. We've also got this space was just going to be a road with like a few houses. And then obviously we have got our heritage side with up there. The church usually belongs up there. And then this will be maybe like the car park with a walk across to the heritage centre and then down. And then obviously back to over here, which won't be the church, but I suppose gives a little look. This will be a touch higher because it isn't that far off from the board height. But the back will be the higher level where the trains are going. And then down here will be the town. So we have lost a lot of space with the town. But it's one of those things. It's something that we are obviously, we've done. And yeah. So as you can see, guys, there is lots to do. And I feel sometimes, like I said, that we're doing bits, but we aren't. And I know people keep saying, can you get the trains running? It's part of it is my fault, but also my attention span. If I do the same thing for too long, I go off it. Right, you openly admit, isn't it? You say to me sometimes it's frustrating because I do one thing, then I go to something else.
I want to get the trains running, and you keep on doing things to block that.
Yeah, but then we have talked to other people who said they're exactly the same, aren't they? I don't know if it's just the ADHD or whatever, but with that, I think that's why sometimes I have to go and do something different. But I do feel like this year's been a funny one with us. Where last year we had nicer weather. I was in the shed until 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night.
And later.
well, yeah, and later last year. So I think that's partly not helped is the weather. Obviously, there's been the differences. Rob hasn't been able to do as much because of his shoulder. And weather, because we had such a busy last year with family, this year feels a bit flat. I don't know. Does it feel weird to you this year?
I don't know.
It just feels like we're not in here as much, but we're not getting as much done as we did. But that could partly just be the weather and how cold it is. You know, because how many of you guys wake up on awful weather days and just go, actually, I can't be bothered today. And then obviously there's the thing of I've had to be working as much as I can because of Rob being off. There's lots of things in the mix. I think it's just been a very weird year. Maybe just because we were so busy last year. And obviously I've started my portraits again, and I have managed to do a little bit while I'm away. So yeah, I'm done now with my waffling. Blame Brian if you're not happy with me. Rob with Grace going on about being on her knees. It's normally only for 30 seconds, so no wonder it hurts. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Trust me, my knees hurt a lot. Butterfly syndrome. Oh, is that what you call it? Butterfly syndrome. That basically I'm fluttering to all different things. So Dan, evening all, how many domestics have I missed? Probably a good few by now. We've just been going through the plans for the layout going forward, which maybe we should have a tidy up and do a video of it so people know where we're at.
Yeah. Well, we can do that part of the video, can't we? Oh, tomorrow night, tomorrow morning.
Oh, is it tomorrow morning?
That's what you told me.
Or is it next? No, I think it's all right, guys. Tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow's because you said you were out. WW Scenics are finally doing their announcement tomorrow, 10 a.m. I'm being told it's not going to be changed again. I don't think. Well, my suspenders can't take it anymore, guys. I've been eating too much popcorn, waiting, and what was it, Craig, the Northern Craig, that caught on to me and said that, you know, my straps are getting too tight now, so they pinged off. And who else? I'm sorry if I've missed anyone coming in. Please excuse me for being a plonker, but that pile of track plan in the corner near the mountain, just saying, you might get a few derailments on that bit. Yeah, this is why we've not got the trains running at the moment. That's normal, Grace, when building a railway. When waiting for something to dry, etc., I do move to something else. So yeah, I think my problem is, like with the church and all this ballasting, there comes a point sometimes when I'm like, I cannot look at any more ballast. Obviously, I've not touched a Metcalf kit in ages. Again, because sometimes you just really have to concentrate. And the other day, I found myself on the phone and painting a figure. And Rob was right. He was like, well, really, we need to do other bits. But at that point in time, that's the thing I wanted to focus on. It's sometimes I do struggle, especially if it's continuous like this. Like people say, ballast it's soothing. It's quite therapeutic, but after a while, it does get enough. And especially this, I wish I'd chosen something different in a sense, because it's been a pain to go through. But once I've got all the holes filled in, hopefully it does look good, you know. Now, if WW Scenics only did a slightly finer ballast, I would have been fine. And good evening, Gary. I hope you're keeping okay. Those are Rust Act numbers I use, Grace. Oh, okay. Wonder if the announcement will be that because RGJ always mentions their products, they can ban from visiting the shop ever, as there would be nothing left. Probably.
They'd have to close the store because they run out of stock.
And have to open one in North Wales.
Yeah, they need to open one in North Wales, or
Yeah.
Anglesey.
Yeah.
So Craig, if you're watching, or Martin, I'm sure there's an industrial unit somewhere on Anglesey going spare for a second branch of
Oh,
WWS.
right, didn't where we work? There's loads of industrial units. They've always got one of those free. You can start there.
I'm
Pop
sure.
in before work.
I'm sure they need a manager and a deputy manager and what have you to run it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could offer our services.
We talk about the products enough.
Yeah. Have it built big enough so you can have a layout on it.
Yeah, so we can build a layout to show the products.
Yeah.
That's never going to happen.
Ballasting with Rob and grassing with Grace.
So, yeah, I'm sure that's not going to work.
Are you doing any work tonight?
I am. I was just obviously...
What are you doing?
I'm doing more on this because, like I said, it's things need to get done, and it's if there isn't a farmer empty shop literally 3 doors down from your house, Rob, that can open just for you, yeah, we'd have to be a bit more central, I think. But as long as we've got room, you know, to do a model railway as a prime example, we could do it. We would offer our services.
Oh yeah. Hint, Martin.
Yeah, I doubt he's watching it anyway, so we'd be like, huh? I don't know. But yes, Rob kind of informed me what the guys were trying to tell me last night. So, I want to catch up to people what happened last night.
I was just about to try
Yeah.
to do something.
So, obviously, I thought about it here because it's flat, and we're like, well, that's too close to the house. So, we've gone down here. I was not getting what people meant, so I was building it up like so. And you had steps and things. But what Rob actually said, what people were trying to mean, was kind of like wedge it to bring it up to level. This one isn't right, obviously.
No, I've got the 2 here.
But put it here to bring it up and make like a brick wall so it's been raised. Obviously, that is not the right size at all. But that's what he meant.
Which I'm trying to do right now, which is where you just took the...
And I obviously was not getting it last night.
Because I need to build the frame for it to sit on. You're not talking anymore.
No, I just didn't know if you were with what you're doing.
No, I'm not doing anything exciting. Have we got any super glue in your head, or I'm going to have to go to the hot glue?
I need...
Super glue.
Yeah, we do. It should... Oh, it's over there, because I said keep it over there, because then you know where it is. On my paint rack. Is that the right size, though, before we go in?
Well, it doesn't matter. I've got loads of Corex here.
Oh, okay.
I've got loads of cut-offs.
I'm just worried of the super glue on the building.
No. This is just this.
Oh, okay.
I'm building a frame.
Ah, right. Grace got a ladder in her suspenders again. I know. It keeps pinging. I think I put too much weight on eating all that popcorn and chocolate in suspenders. Grace, that free kit you got with Railway Modeler, where the tip of the scissors are, would not fit there as a vicarage outbuilding, where the Vicar's Model Railway is. I have super glue if you need it. Yeah, it's like you're old to get it here.
Who's that?
Dan. So, I don't know actually, but I did kind of like the look with the greenhouse where it is, because I want to make it, I was thinking of like a bricked or decking area, because what I like about this Corex actually is it does have the lines on, so that would give you like wood. So that's the other thing when we do a new layout, would we go modern?
Would we go older?
See, this is the thing, I kind of like the thought of modern.
I don't think we can change the era because of some of the trains.
Yeah, but then we just say they're special ones that run, like you get now.
Oh, where's that piece gone now? Where's that?
Jeremy Norman, very good evening, darling. All this suspenders talk, it's not good for a 74-year-old. Well, if there it is, you will definitely have a heart attack if we get to Model Rail Crew and there is in fact a horse, because then I might have no choice but to do what I originally said. But I kind
promises.
Yeah, I kind of don't think that there is actually going to be a proper horse there. So, and I'm not a Shetland, not a fake one. It's got to be a big black stallion. So I'm just making this more difficult.
Oh, you're going black here?
Yeah.
Once you go black, you never go back.
Hi, guys. So, yeah. You're just letting us know your medical issue as you come in, yeah? But yeah, obviously I need to sort that tree out. That is another job as well, is getting that tree done. That will not be done until Model Royal Crew's done now. You know, that's the thing for the next couple of weeks. It is going to be manic because this week we're working, prepping for the weekend, and then it's editing. And on top of that, it's editing. It's getting my railway done. It's getting more of my portrait done because obviously Stephen.
Grace, you're talking too much. You need to slow yourself down. Seriously, you need to slow yourself down and get into the comments.
I was caught up. Only outbuilding Vicar has is his outhouse to go read his paper away from Mrs. Vicar. And girl, says Jeremy. Horse is on order and a real one. Been working on that, Grace. Don't you worry. Black Stallion, what have I come into? Well, you might need just get a defib handy for you, Jeremy. Just go mid 1800s, then you only have to get locomotion 1 and a few wagons. So I think we want to use the rolling stock we've got, but we do have a few more modern ones now as well. Just don't ask the amount of favours I've called in. Andy, those awful Hornby era 1 wagons. Oh dear. So Rob is fixing up a kind of like...
It's a test.
It's a test to see if we can get this. But then I kind of like what I did do last night.
No, it looked horrible. To be perfectly honest, it looked awful.
Okay.
It really did.
That's me told, guys. Me well and truly told. Yes, I'm just waiting for Rob to get that so I can... So I can't remember if we got another one of these kits or whether we were waiting. Because the only problem is we've put like this near the disused. Rob, I think we do need to get a new kit.
Right.
Because then we can break this one up. Because would that be too big for the over there and just have the first half over there as a little building?
Well, I can have the whole thing over there.
But we do need another one of it, don't we? Because now we've got it for 2 places. Because this was made for this building, wasn't it? That's the only problem.
Why doesn't this want to glue?
I don't know. Are you sticking it to your fingers instead?
No. Can you plug the hot glue gun in, please?
I can do. The extension lead over there.
I might need it over here.
So talking about Model Royal Crew down seeing, so obviously Jason, I imagine, is very knackered.
Well, like Denzel Pensworth, he's a big black stallion for getting to stop poking us around the poke.
Can you come here and do it rather, or do you want it over there?
No, I'm not moving. I'm literally not. You have to just plug it in.
Oh, it warm up so you can even unplug it and still use it.
No, you can't. You'll get cold.
No, it doesn't.
Grace, can I have it over here, please?
Oh, well, no, I can't plug it in over here then. That won't stretch. It's only on a small.
Grace, there's a plug there.
Oh.
Was it a Kira scale? Was it a Kira that made the children? I've got no idea. Oh, yeah. I have the Hornby Tiger that claims to be an era one. Can I have that?
Yeah, I'm trying to sort out the mat and that for you because it's.
I can hold it.
Yeah, but when it's hot and then cooling down, it will leak. Because we broke the stand for it, didn't we? Derby Junction run as a 1980s heritage line with intermittent BR service trains with work to run anything. So obviously that's the next generation anyway. I have a Hornby Tiger Pack, claims to be era 1, yet it's 1920s centenary disguise.
Why are you on that? Because you're probably missing most
of
it.
Oh, God, yeah. You could try to get the Pico Saxion or the Trix Del Older. That's a better era one than what Hornby is offering now. Cheers, Clive. That's what I had in mind. Witches, I thought. Okay, Hubble Bubble. I'm confused. That's chewing gum, isn't it? No, that's Hubba Bubba. A Grace. Who do you think would win Thursday, England or Denmark?
Oh, we might have an issue there with Simon. He'll be cheering for Denmark and we'll be cheering for England.
I don't know. I'm kind of happy to switch because I'm personally not into my football. Overpaid prima donnas. Obviously, I'd have to say England, but part of me wants to say Denmark because England never make it far. Couldn't give a says Andy. Just chuck that away while you're there. But yeah, it's.
I just don't know how I'm going to do this without not burning my hand.
You can get special gloves, you know. So yeah, I was thinking of putting something here as well, like a little patio or something as well, because then get some chairs and turn it into like a relaxing garden scene. I don't know though.
Chris, do you want to get the iPad up so you can read the comments because I can't read them. I'm trying to concentrate on burning myself.
Just bear with guys while I get it up on this device. Yes, I can't update YouTube anymore, so stop telling me it needs updating.
Where are we? I don't know where you are. Oh.
I don't know at this point either. Live chats. There we go. Hot dog, how can I reach it outside of YouTube? Need to ask about changing Rossi couplings to something that UK stuff can use.
Brilliant.
Hubba Bubba Ball in trouble with a quadrant spell growth. I did wonder, but I was like, I'd lost why that was in. Shame you can't come to Crew, Andy. We're having a big Bernie tribute running session. What is on now? One team can play football, the other team turns up for England. Went into Mark's models to look and see if they had the Metcalf signal box. Darn expensive at €22.50. Jesus. I think we paid what? Most of 15 for that kit? Because it's smaller.
18.
Was it 18?
It was about 12 quid for the parcel office.
Jeez, you're gonna do. Oh. No idea. Something plastic, but I've never seen before. It's a US 080 shunter with tender. My email is on my YouTube page. Just hit the arrow. Swimming pools in gardens was a trend in the 80s. Would it be for the dear Vic or a Mrs. Vicar though?
Not put a swimming pool.
No.
No, that's an extravagance.
So we've got the pond over here that's going to go there. But I think a swimming pool for the Vicar might be a bit much. Maybe on one of the others. Basic cook. So yeah, I think I was just thinking maybe a bit of a nice patio area. Something that the Vicar's done himself, basically.
Right, bear in mind, this is just a mock-up. Literally a mock-up.
That's too high.
Well, I can cut that down once the glue's set.
So obviously, this is the issue we've always had, is obviously the angle.
Hold a second.
The guys are looking at it from a higher angle.
I bring that up a little bit.
No,
the back end needs cutting, but that's what.
So as you can see, it's a bit high, but this is the angle we're seeing it from. It doesn't do that, does it? No, you've got to go in 2 secs. I always get 2.
Well, don't pull it away.
Because it goes blurry, doesn't it? That's usually why we pull it away. I don't know, talks to suspenders, pulling it away and all sorts tonight.
As I said, that's just a mock-up. It's not the final product by any standard.
Swim pool for Vicar, not too much. Just Sundays it doubled up as a baptism pool. Right, so the Vicar's wife, she was there. No, she was the one sunbathing topless. For sure, more tea, Vicar. The Vicar face down in the pool. Mrs. Vicar gets the hot tub. I've only used my Henry converter couplers to change on some knuckle map. What's the old are they talking about? Something there. Swimming pool for Vicar. Yeah, I read that. Tub logo. I think. Oh, we're talking about trains there. Flower garden or flower box by Greenhouse. The front wants hiring or the back. Yeah, the back needs lowering. It was literally just a rough, so we can cut it down now. Rob's literally done that as a rough to show what it's. Obviously, you won't see the top half. It's more the back half that's going to go here, but it's just a bit too high, so I can cut it down bit by bit, and that's maybe where we get it straight, because like I say, the bushes do hide it even from my angle. And then what I was thinking is, because we've got bushes here, putting some of that brown dirt down, maybe making some flower beds again, and then putting flowers in, or just brown and tuft it to make it look like they've just put flower beds along this side. And then that was something I was asked. Did you have whirligigs in the 80s, guys? Or was it more the washing lines that were common? That's something I need to know, because if it's a whirligig, then I can try and make one of those to go like in the middle and washing on the line. But we do have an old style line, but I'm just thinking with space, I might do the other. I don't know, because this is the only problem. I've realised this is a bit lower than I thought. We've seen something today that looks nice, but I'm not entirely sure. I might have to bush it up a bit more there, which obviously you guys will still be able to see the seam, but I need to make it in scale that if a person is walking by, like that is the height of the buggy. So I mean, like that's going to be the height of the person pushing it. And for the most part, she'd be able to see this lower bit. So I think I need to try. Obviously, she is sitting down. She's not going to be, whoever's walking. But I think I need to make it a bit more private. My front wants hiring or the back wants lowering. So yeah, I think I'm just going to build it up with some more bushes or something. Make sure the bushes are neat. So I kind of like the overgrowth, because he's going to be too busy, you see, with services. What that lawnmower with darker green stripes to represent strip lawns. See, I've thought of doing that, but with a vicar again, I'm thinking they're not too bothered about the looks. It might be on a different home we do that, or say like the Heritage Centre. But I'm not sure for here. I was thinking keep it more a bit rough and rugged, I suppose is the word. Yes, very good idea for a greenhouse. That's how it'd be in real life. I wouldn't want the pots falling over. Washing line. Okay, thanks, Paul. Need some tomatoes and strawberries and some cabbages in it. So yeah, that was my question last night of how I'm going to do it. Because you can get underneath, but that's going to be a pain. But one of these is coming up, so it could be that I can just lift it up to put things inside. But it's what I'm going to use. That is the question. Oh, you've washed the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were rotary washing lines in the 80s. Helicopter. Need to take the doggies walk. Be right back. No worries, Andy. But for a normal line, thin pins with thread between would make a representative. We actually have a washing line kit.
Oh God, yeah,
it's one that we got with our donated stuff at the beginning. Guilty copter. Guess that's the wife would like tidy borders and bush.
Nothing wrong with a tidy bush.
So yeah, I kind of like this slightly overgrown, but I don't know. Maybe if I make this bit more neater and then this bit just a bit messier because it's at the bottom of the garden. But I do want to do like flower beds up here and then maybe a little bit there. I don't fully know yet. We had whirligigs well before the 80s because I got into trouble for using mums as a roundabout and bending it. That's snowy. Rob.
What'd she say?
She got in trouble because I have a whirligigs because she got into trouble for using mums as a roundabout and bending it.
That doesn't surprise me with her. I almost guaranteed I thought that Snowy used to be a naughty girl.
Yeah, Tim, the night, darling. And same to Ian. Whirly gigs were posh, but line between posts were better. Ah, okay.
You guarantee Snowy was one of those behind the bleeding bike sheds too.
Cabbages is easy. Rub a bit of the paper, screw up in a ball, glue it down, and use colour water to green to colour it. Any good wife has a tidy bush. Oh, Raymond, don't you go there. David Hinks. Ah, that's someone to ask. We're doing the vicarage. Evening, you lovely lot. I hope you're all not behaving, just dipping in for a moment. No worries, darling. It's lovely to see you nipping in. Can we
we need his advice.
Can we say it's making his vicarage? Although, to be fair, I used to.
We can do.
The only reason I like a bit of mess.
But we have got two, so.
Yes. The only reason I've said about a bit of mess, guys, is because I have my local church. We're always in. Vic, a lovely lady, so I was always around there, and she hosted the strawberries in the summer and that. And her garden wasn't excellent. It wasn't like the limes. So I suppose I'm kind of basing it a bit on that. Because it's from mine.
But ask our lovely gentleman.
Yeah, so David, how would you have your vicarage garden? Because this is a bit of debating. Would it be absolutely proper pristine, or would there be a little bit of, I suppose it depends on everyone, but because I was thinking for here, obviously this is going to be straightened and then flower beds, but whether I should make the bushes tidy dead or like leave some of them like a bit messier. And I was thinking maybe like a patio or wooden area here and have them, that's where like the table and that's going to go. Craig, Irish Craig, rotary line's great for time a little brother too. A burning bin or pile of cinders and ashes to show where garden rubbish burns happened. That's another good shout. Put build inside a separate piece or card, or that the greenhouse building fits over. Oh, I've got to do like a base, haven't I? Would you have some of it walking on the grass? I don't know.
What?
The base of, because obviously you can see under. You won't really be able to see it from this angle, but do I close off the bottom? Ask Harbottle for some tomato plants. Be right back, says Brian. Sorry, folks, I have to head off. Enjoy crew, everyone. Night, Maura, darling. And good evening, Simon. And Roger, did I say good evening to you, or did I just read out your comment? An old Cortina engine and some rusty old bikes, says Andy T. Dig it up and plant potatoes, says Knockers. So this is what I can do, is once the greenhouse is in, I can make, like, I was thinking like a patch here for like the rest of the bits they're growing as well. So like turning that into like follow on from it of plants and things. Some vicarage are really posh. My last one rustic, but I did have a stripy lawn. Now I'm at the parish in my own smaller garden, a nice mix, plenty of pots. So yeah, I'm kind of going off the church I was involved with and how hers was. So it was always trimmed. It wasn't stripy, but they had like gorgeous, she had like a little bit of a wood at the bottom of it, actually. It was great for the kids to go play. But I was thinking like a patio or even wooden.
That's David, if it was would they have like a religious figure in their own garden?
Yeah, would you have a religious figure in your garden, David, or
a little statue?
Because I know the one I went in didn't, but it's everyone's their own, and that. Is Rob making dinner again in the microwave or heating up his teas again? He's got a 3D printer on. Matchsticks make a good raised bed. Yep, that's a good one.
Or your own bed, Grace, that you've got on the sofa.
Yeah, I don't know if they'd be too thick for what I want to do there. I was thinking maybe chopping them in. I was thinking of trying that, to be honest.
Where are they? Usually around here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. I need to come in and have a proper tidy up and talk. Now I've put all those boxes away. But again, it's all, like I said, I just feel like we're not as fluid as we were last year. Don't get too excited, guys. I know I mentioned fluid.
Like I said, are you going to do any work?
No, I know. I've been busy chatting, haven't I? We have a statue of St. Francis who looks after the animals. Oh,
Oh,
I like that idea.
what was the one we've got?
St. Benedictus.
St. Benedict.
Yeah. Because he's health, isn't he?
Yeah. That's not a bad idea because that's a connection to us.
Hermitage Road, Pete's. Very good evening. Why a greenhouse is never green, but then all the Metcalfe kits are paper shops. Depends on my previous vicar, so over time there may be an angel statues or a fountain using an angel. So yeah, we do have the plans over this side to do like a pond, because originally this whole area was going to be like open to everyone.
Grace, you know you zoomed in too much.
It hasn't changed. I've moved the camera. It's just not caught up yet. So we are planning.
2 times zoomed then?
No, one.
Okay.
It's just not moved over yet. I don't know how far back it is. Oh, it's on your phone, isn't it? Oh, no.
No, it's mine.
Weird. Let's look at. So.
That's weird.
So yeah, we were thinking again. Little nods to us is put upon this side, but I think we might have to do something with this sculptor mold to kind of like bring it down. So I think this is going to be like an extended side, so they're going to get both sides of it. So again, luckily we do have the rest of this hedge that I can kind of put there to block it off again. You know, something like that maybe, and then a nice little gateway. If I do something like that, obviously it won't be double. That's I need to just show roughly what I'm thinking of doing, because that gives them their own little private area to look off to the like the bridge and everything. But something like that, I think, will give them a nice walkway, and then we can do the pond area here, and that's a little nod to Rob because he loves his ponds. Get an archery target is someone who is startling likeness to Rob tied to it, and rather lovely woman in purple aiming at him from the other end of the garden, maybe blindfolded. He's printing a 3D version of Grace in her suspenders, just couldn't get the ladder or strap right. Oh no, suspenders again, maybe worth buying a 3D printer, says Jeremy. And Victor Levitt, you haven't just joined, have you been in?
Victor's being pretty.
Yeah, I just suddenly worried I hadn't said hello to him. Or get a 3D printed figure of Jason and paint him in red. Saint DB Barnabas. Big hole in the ground, gateway to hell, with flickering flame effects and the demon leaping out. Now I love that idea. You can make a rockery the other side. So yeah, I don't fully know. That's going to be down to Rob's vision with that, because it would be like his own mini pond, basically, wouldn't it?
Mm.
The pond area. Jason in a Marilyn Monroe lined up skirt pose with suspenders covers all demographics. Then Simon, so Dor, can we change the Rob bit? Rob is going under the pond. Is there a speaker in the garden playing the William Tell overture on the speaker, and a person in green tights and a green jacket and a hat? Well, we've got the speakers near it. We can, Jeremy, but haven't mentioned Rob. See, I'm just stuck at what to do. I just said to you, I'm really struggling at the moment. We're getting into things I don't know why. So what I need to do is try and chop this down a bit, really. Oh, that bit of correctors broke. Ah, no, if I flip it around the other way, it's straighter again, I think. If I do something like that, I might get this glued to it, and then we can chop it down bit by bit. And then that will get that in place as well. Because I'll make sure it's liftable until I've decided what I'm doing inside. And then we can attach the brick paper there as well. So I think I'm going to get the glue gun warmed up again. Because, like Rob said, the super glue just wasn't working for you, was it?
No, just take it.
Where's the clue gun done, darling? By you.
By me?
Yes, by you.
Where?
Left hand side. You probably had it in your hand and just brought it over, didn't you? Sorry, it's an aging. Rob just sent you a picture of St. Francis. Put a husband and wife swing in my window with the husband and wife on it. Ah, it would be a metal one back then, wouldn't it? Robin Hood description there, and Rob's not a merry man. A swing for a tree that swings with someone on it. Late, says Timber. Very good evening to you. I have 3 plastic Dalek type compost bin at the bottom of my back garden. Oh my God, that is cool. Where on earth did you get them? That sounds cool, doesn't it, Rob? Dalek compost bins. That is it something you've like painted yourself or? Oh, Dalek like it's for play. Yeah, I know what you mean now. Is she cutting the ropes, Roman, or standing behind him with the shears about to dig into his back? So while that's warming up, I'm going to see if I can find that little kit with the washing line. Oh, I found them. You've got a phone there, Andy.
Hmm?
You've got a phone there. Oh, I've got mine. Like I said, we do have a washing line kit with clothes and everything.
Shall I get the comments while you're not talking?
Sorry,
Shall I get the comments while you're not talking?
please.
Where were you?
Dan, I think it was.
Oh, I'll go through it anyway. What I see. 3 plastic Dalek type compost bins at the bottom of my back garden. That is pretty cool, Trevor. Timber just finished Legacy Season 4. Craig. Was she cutting the ropes? Raymond was standing behind him with the shears about to dig it into his back. Trevor Beale. Free from Brentwood Council years back. Jeremy. Medication time. Be safe, all of you. Thanks for the entertainment. Jeremy, you take care. Thanks for dropping in, buddy. Craig. Do you remember Maid Marian and a Merry Men? That could be Robin Hood. That is Rob. Yeah, I do. It's just not Rob. He's Robin the Hood. I do wish people would apologise. Stop apologising
For coming in late.
for coming in late. We're not like that. You should know that by now. So what are you doing?
Get me a washing line.
You're watching on.
And I found the other sticks. But I just got that while the glue was heating up. Well, this is where I burn my fingers, guys. Medication time, be safe, Oliver, thank. Oh, is that who you're saying bye to? I couldn't fully hear you underneath. So I'm literally going to try and do the smallest amount. Don't tell me that's not plugged. It's not turned on.
What?
The extension lead. So I'm here waiting for it to warm up, and it's not going to warm up all night long.
Not without the electricity turned on now.
So I've got these thinner sticks to try and do some flower beds. This is my washing line. So we've got that. And I've also got this, but I think, so I can do like a raise, like a bed here. Something like this would be cool, but I think this one has got knackered in my moves and everything. But if I make it like very gardeny, it's something like that there, maybe. No, that's going to get in the way there. I think it might be too much. Or even maybe have that at the top. I'd like a storage thing. Room for the table and chairs. It's... I might leave that one, to be honest. The only thing is, what do you guys use to paint metal? That's the only problem. It's epoxy glue as well. Because it is a metal kit. That's the only difference. Is I've never actually used a metal kit before. So I don't know whether there's other... Because we will need more washing lines.
Oh, yeah.
So if anyone knows any washing line kits, please do let us know. Lighter will make the hot glue. Is RGJ Pharmacy open yet, Rob? We all need to get some anti-crazy meds again. Well, you do when you're with us. The Naka cold frame would suit my garden. There is a German layout with operating. Wow, okay. Normal paint. Testers enamel. Oh, okay. So acrylic would do it, Timber. Which is the side I'm gluing. It's that side, isn't it? And then what I'll do is I'll glue it and then I'll cut it down bit by bit. Is there gimp mask and latex involved with that, Ray? So yeah, I do like this box, but I don't know if it's going to be too much like kits wise. Let's see if this is hot enough now to get it done. Yep, we are good to go. I think that's the only way the Corex is actually going to work is hot glue. Not what I would usually use on things like this, but you're not going to see the bottom of it anyway, so if it does peek through a bit, the bushes and that'll hide it. Need a bit more at this end. As you can see, I'm really shaky again tonight for some reason. Right, that's that end. And that's that end. No, it's... I think this glue is actually... Oh no, we've got to make a different base. It's not straight, if that makes sense.
What's up?
The Corex, it needs to be a bit more perfect, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
Well, that's got breaking it to there. So I was using that end, but it's just not... You see, it's curved. So I'm trying to attach it and it's not going up it, if that makes sense. It's not attaching to it. I'm going to have to try and think different as well, because the glue is actually adding height to it. Unless I just build it up with glue.
No.
So that idea failed. I might just have to persist with super glue and just let it sit in place and hold, you know. But easy as pie, I will just scrape it off again. So I suppose it's only as it would be doing your own garden. Not an easy task. Made a mess of this. Obviously, I cannot read comments for a minute, guys, because I do not want to slice my fingers off. Sorry, I'm trying to. You said about me doing work.
What's the stone in your engagement ring, Grace? That's David's asking.
Oh, only a Pandora one. So, I don't know what other one's at Pandora.
Raymond Legs. I am afraid to look up sexy German layouts. Dan, and it's that time of night. Taking bets now. Will she or won't she slip? Tune in and find out. Roger, all my greenhouses, real ones, they are on gravel base for drainage. Gary shooting off.
No night, Gary.
Craig, don't worry, but may see something you can't unsee and get traumatized. Paul Wood says matchsticks with spread is the light. Raymond, no, Roger, no foundation, just gravel.
Problem is, Roger, it's because it's angled down that we're trying to get it straight.
Oh, can we spam the chat with emojis, please, guys? Ray's in, and it is Ray typing. So let's see a load of emojis in the chat, please.
Hi, Ray, sweetheart. Don't do this at home.
Yeah, Ray, if you're watching this, don't copy Grace. Your mum might tell you off, and then your mum will tell us off.
And you might cut yourself.
Yeah, let's have loads of emojis, please, for our Ray.
I hope you're doing all right tonight. Am I right? It's Mum's birthday tonight, Ray. Mum's birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tammy. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, let's not use him again, please, Grace.
21 again, my love.
And obviously say happy birthday to Tammy as well. Yeah, Tammy's 21st birthday today. Not like Ray said. Roger said it's a lot easier to clean that greenhouse down by rubbing down with sandpaper.
Yeah, I like using my knife.
Yeah, but nobody else likes you using the knife the way you use it.
Exactly, so it makes them on the edge of their seats. That's what you're supposed to do with content
Tammy
creators.
says thank you. So not only do we have our special gentleman in tonight, special in the way that he is a VIP always.
Our special birthday girl.
But we have a special birthday girl too.
Oh, yeah, meant to do that.
Yeah, like Dan says, you just slipped out.
What?
We said you'd slip up, he didn't say how.
Yeah, true. He didn't say I was going to shut the camera.
So how is Ray doing? I hope you are keeping well.
So I don't know, guys, whether to just make a long flower bed or just gravel it, put the dirt down and add tufts on top. I'm not quite sure what to do because I just feel that hides it a lot. And if that's too high, even these thinner ones actually look quite high for this scale. They might not even be any difference in thickness, Rob.
Craig, Grace needs not give up her ambulance care to become the next Bonnie Tyler. Timber, I keep telling you, Rob, I'm special, Rob, but I'm not a VIP. That's because Ray's obviously the most important person in the chat.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yep.
No, so these are actually. Oh,
Good evening, everyone. I'm watching but cannot listen. Sound muted.
so he gets to read the captions again. So yes, I'm going to put the greenhouse down here for now, just so
David
we've.
says, nice long flower bed, bird bath and statue.
Oh yeah. So I don't think we have a bird bath at the moment. So I'm just going to put this here for visual effect. No, it's a bit high, but actually, if I just lower it now. See, Corex isn't. The smaller you get with the Corex, it's not as easy as it. This is where I might cut my finger. Have we got the sound on somewhere? Just ever so slightly.
That's me.
Ah. Right. I would help if I put it the right way, wouldn't it?
So Ray, is Mum having a birthday party today? She having cake and stuff?
Do you have a pair of scissors there, please? I think
No,
that's.
I'm busy, I can't move.
Right, so I've done that.
Craig, only VIP timber is very improper person.
No,
Willow Creek, have you thought about making the glass house base out of foam? We haven't got any, have we?
but we've got polystyrene.
Yeah, well, you can't cut that as accurately.
Even if it's the thin stuff.
Yeah, it's not compressed enough, Chris.
Okay. I will just cut this down then. Don't look, guys. This is where I might actually cut myself.
Preferably not. We're off duty. You mean he's reminding Jason he only has 4 days and so many hours until we all converge upon his menu and fight off Brian for bargains. Omex is a great medium. Yeah, I believe that, David, but we haven't got any. It's one of many mistakes that we will correct on the next iteration.
There's a guy that actually gives some away. We're not anywhere near him, though, unfortunately. But he does offcuts and everything. I see him post on the model railway page sometimes.
We could have could have done with going down to that building site.
Which building site? No, I can't think what you mean.
Is Paul Woods paused or something?
I
He's
think-
just said use sandpaper, Grace. Craig.
Oh, unless he means to shave it down.
Damn, don't you mean fight Brian to get the bargains and stop taking everything off the stands and tables?
Did you see Mav's comment?
No.
I thought you said impotent.
Oh, I thought you said impotent.
Grace says, don't look, guys. Don't worry, Grace. We can't see what you're being dangerous with as the camera's not showing. Yeah, he's in Norwich, about 50 miles. Norwich. Put the greenhouse on 8 foot stilts, protecting it from flooding, or place it up a tree.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh my God, tree den.
Yeah, we're not going to fit that in here.
Tree den, tree house. I meant to say.
But maybe we can do that in the town area.
Yeah.
It depends on my room, because the only problem is we do have.
You wouldn't find a tree out. You'd find it just outside of town where the kids. So.
And where we're going to put houses there? Make one there.
Yeah, could be. Put the greenhouse on it for still protecting from flooding or place it. Yeah, I've already read that. Dave.
I do that sometimes.
You know, whatever it is you're doing, we can't see on camera.
No, because it's probably not best MC. I'm chopping this down, but I don't think they really want to watch that.
Mark says he's all booked in for the hotel and crew. It's a shame you can't come up the night before, buddy, but I do understand. So you're staying the night after, yeah? Raymond Legs. Anyone who likes N scale should check out Stelwood Stuttgart's layout. So, Mark, if you don't mind me asking, because you did mention it on the live, did you mention it on the live?
No.
Oh, okay, I'll show you.
No, don't.
Yeah. That's me nearly putting.
I don't think he did, so it's better not to.
Shut the hell up, Rob.
Basically, for once. Would you say that's straight or just a touch more? No, that needs just a little bit more, doesn't it?
Luke. Yeah, the back end's too high.
We're almost getting there, guys. Like I said, it is harder for you lot to see.
Mark said he's saying Sunday night to Monday morning.
Oh, okay.
David, Chandwell for contemporary-ish N-scale layout, UK layout. Cool. Our mods, don't forget, we say going forward, if you want to check people's own channels, and then if you see it fit, then feel free to share them in the book, in the chat.
I know what you meant.
Grace has been saying that for years, hasn't she? Shut the hell up, Rob.
It's usually him to me.
Craig, if you hear the bleeps, you know why. Grace has done something to us. Yeah, tell me about it, Craig.
But I would rather do this little bit by little bit.
Simon, looking forward to Model Rail Crew.
It'll be nice to see you again. Hey, do you think we get any more shorties for our group?
Yeah.
Because you had me, Simon and Timber, but...
I was thinking if there's enough of us YouTubers at the end of the crew, there's a car in nearby, we go for YouTubers meet and eat. We'll ship in to pay for Jason's meal as a thank you. Well, I know Grace and myself will be absolutely shattered.
Yeah.
Because we will have been shooting the wedding the day before. We might be getting maybe 5 or 6 hours sleep. Same as Jason, really.
He might be knackered as well.
He might be knackered himself. He might be heading off home himself.
Which, let's say, we can't blame him. All right, let's see if that's made a difference, guys. Because I've just thought the good thing is, actually, I don't need to particularly stick it together.
Mark, yep, I'm working on Saturday as usual, Rob. I won't be able to get out of it anyway. I also can't afford 2 nights in a hotel. Yeah, I do understand, Mark.
Oh, just a tiny bit more. Literally a tiny bit more.
The only thing you're going to watch there as well as the front, Grace.
The front? Yeah, that's on the flat. Luckily, it's positioned so it goes onto the flat. I'm just... Oh, it could just be that I haven't done that bit. This could be why, actually, it's higher up. That's a point. I think I figured it out. I hadn't done that bit.
So if we see you on TV Saturday night, we know why you won't be in crew. You saying you'll be shooting a wedding. Not like we've heard that joke before, is it, Grace? Grace, have you thought of the base and the greenhouse, then the foundation? Oh, crap. Yeah, that's a fair point, actually.
What?
You need a correct base on it, as well as the foundation. You've got the foundation to let that bit to level it, and then you have a piece of Corex on top as the foundation.
Yeah.
That's a very valid point. Thank you, David. Craig, if the YouTubers meet up, there will absolutely no room left in the venue.
Easy to get to crew. Go to Waterloo and you end up in crew, Mr. Porter told me. Harold Road just got a new DB and a GBRF Class 66. I'm up for a curry after crew if anyone else is. So I think some people are staying the night after. Crew not far for me to get to. Won't be there when it officially opens, but we'll be there before the meet and greet at 11, which Timber Surf is organising. I look more like Harbottle every day. I don't actually know who this Harbottle is you speak of. Unless I'm just being thick. which, let's be fair, isn't a bad stretch. Right, I think I've got it. I think I've got it. Are you re-leveling?
I'm trying. Very trying.
No, this is true.
Yeah, that'll do. So now you need
A bit
what
of
you need to
Corex
do
that size.
is cut a piece of Corex.
Yeah.
I did have a piece here somewhere. Maybe got a piece there.
Ah, it's just too thin.
2 seconds.
I cut it last night. I did cut the base last night. So. We've got more sheets of it.
Is that mine?
Yes, it is. So I'm just going to get that base cut, and then all I have to do is stick that to that, and then right, that's done.
Times are great. Welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Harbottle, is that a Will Hay reference? I haven't got a clue. Mark, I won't get to Crew Station until midday, as that's the earliest I can get there, he's saying. Simon, I know Tom Marshall yesterday kept on saying boat Harbottle learning curve chat. Still no idea who this is.
I don't know. I think I'm missing something.
Andy, someone knock out my 1-2 and leave me stark naked. You can join me as well.
So are we having a border around our base, guys? Do you
No,
think?
it's just a base. It's literally just a base.
No, so I should do it a bit.
To trim it down, that's what I said to you.
All right. Problem is, this isn't actually the proper thickness. I think.
Andy H&A look like Gollum. Craig, is it a good curry or a bad one? Staying over stings on the way in and the way out. Trains are great. Good to see you. And you too, buddy. Gollum, the evil one.
It's my precious.
No, he doesn't say it like that.
Give us the ring, because we want it. After all that, you've done it too thin.
And what's it then?
The wedge. But I might be able to get away with that by... But I can get away with that because that will be underneath anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
You know the greenhouse sits on that, don't you?
Yes.
So why did you have it underneath?
Because you're going to see the edge, you know. Oh, I don't know.
No, it's supposed to go like that.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to glue it at the minute because I don't know if I'm going to fill it in from above or underneath. Just bear with me, guys, while I cut this to shape. It's just a bit more difficult to cut because the grain is the other way. Bear with. Gonna move on. Stick the base of the greenhouse in the angled foundation. Guess I'll ramble on. LOL. Wedgie, wedgie. There's certain locomotives that I have. I'm Gollum for. My precious locomotive. Piece of card. There's a person called Moore Marriott, who plays different characters, called Harbottle, is in the movie Old Mr. Porter, which is a railway-related film from the 1930s. Ah, okay. Make sure the door's at the right end. Yeah, I'm not going to be gluing it down yet because I might be using that as my way to get stuff inside. Rob, you got your plasters ready? You lot on here telling me that you've not watched the greatest railway comedy ever, Old Mr. Porter. Go stand in the naughty corner for 3 days. Well, I've got to go on the top anyway to do the clouds. If you ever get a chance to watch Old Mr. Porter, you definitely won't be wasting your time. We've still got to catch up on Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And Every Night When the Moon Gives Light. I think I've heard that before. Rob has gone to second-hand shop to buy new fingers for Grace. Is it not working?
No.
Jesus. I wonder why. It's not sticking, is it?
No. We have adhesion issues. Another plate and cream.
And I saw you resetting it, so...
I'm wondering if it's a file issue.
Which file is it?
Yours.
Ah, maybe a corrupt file then.
Not possible. So I'm going to give it.
But it did the first one.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I've been messing with the settings, haven't I?
Ah.
So I might have buggered it up. RGJ Trains, if you ever get a chance to watch Mr. Porter, you definitely won't be wasting your time. Andy, and Every Night When the Moon Gives Light. Craig, Rob has gone to the second half. Yeah, right.
I think that's where you're caught up now.
The ghost of the miller is seen. Roger. He walks the track with a sack on his back and his ear rolls painted green. Simon, good thing the full movie is on YouTube.
Oh.
David asking Roger to expand on it. Raymond, Will Marriott was also in Flying Scotsman 1929, a comedy featuring that train.
So I think what I'm going to do is get the angle glued to the base.
The greenhouse glued to the base?
No, I'm not gluing the greenhouse yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm gluing that to that.
Okay.
Because the problem is, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to have to fill it by going up through there.
I'm going to go sort the tablets out.
Okay. So the glue gun is going on again. I'm guessing you guys have seen this all coming up with lines. Marriott Moore was in Flying Scotsman comedy feature on that train. He said, whoa, and I thought he said Joe. Knockers only expand on certain occasions. Depends what you eat in pregnancy, isn't it? And let's be honest, people don't want that. So I'm just eating a chocky while the glue warms up again. Oh, gorgeous. Sorry. Oh, okay. Just showing me the beautiful sunset. Rob, I heard there is a ghost of a track walker tunnel. Seems like he was hit by the APT. Well, it's the easiest at watching fast film ever. we'll definitely have to take a look. Some girls put silicone balloons in their knockers or chicken cutlets, don't they call them? That base looking good, Grace. Give it a grey wash and jobs are good. So we've also got the brick paper. So that's the other thing we thought of using, is the brick paper for it. So I'm going to get this glued. But I have to be quicker than I was before, because on the other it dried like instantly. I suppose when it's only a thin bit of glue it is. Oh. Hot glue. And I need to get these lined up. Otherwise, that's not going to work. Oh dear. That didn't work totally well, did it? And hot glue again. Oh no, I see what I've done. But the back isn't too bad, because that's going to sit back there anyway and be hidden. And then that will go on top. So the only things really I need to get sorted out with it are the side. And whether I look at possibly doing a step down, I don't know. Because we do have scope there to like brick paper it and do it, but I'm not fully sure. Maybe need to get Vicky to run out the tunnel. Hot. Yep. Time to say goodnight. Night, David. My mate, not Denzel, had a rickety greenhouse plonk straight on the dirt. He grew a load of weeds and it made a lot of money. Maybe need to get Vicky to run. There we go. Arrow, it's under one eye. God, guys. So I do have some brick paper that we could use, which is different from the majority one that we use, because obviously we don't want the same. Because I also have Metcalf cut-offs. That's the other thing. And if possibly get it to match, or ask Rob when he comes back in what he thinks. But yeah, at least that is level now. That was the main issue before. But I am going to ask Rob to take over for a minute.
Right.
I need to go inside.
Does he need the loo?
Mm-hmm. So,
Shall I collect your rubbish?
We've got that red paper that Jason gave us, or we've got Metcalf brick paper.
Well, I think it needs to be different. Not the stuff that we're putting on the frack.
That's what I'm saying. We have the red brick paper Jason gave us.
Yeah, and I just said it needs to be different to that. That's all.
Which it is.
Yeah.
I'm asking for you one which shall I use?
So I just said to you, third time, let it sink in. We don't use that because there's already too much there.
No, so I'm saying, do we use the red brick paper or do I use Metcalf brick paper?
Up to you. Okay, it's not that stuff.
No, I wasn't even going to think of that.
Take that in and give it a wash, please.
You didn't even barely drink it.
Forgot all about it.
I was going to say you forgot about it, didn't you?
Right, where are we on chat?
David has just gone and someone else goes. Well, I did say goodbye.
All right.
Oh, is Mr. Grimm out on his taxi tonight? That's where I am.
All right. Don't know. Possibly. We haven't seen him for a couple of days. He has been posting pictures of various things that he's been weathering up, because he is literally an artist when it comes to weathering. Andy, I think that base painted a wood colour would look good. And that sport bit brick would be spot on. Then a few bushes around it. Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? You know, I can't see the same, can I? No, I'll just use this racing scalpel. If you put some bushes around it, it's not going to be too much of an issue, actually. Sort of decorating it really is. I mean, especially with this Corex on the side. I don't know if you guys can see it. You've obviously got the holes running through. So they do need to be hidden somehow. Martin, thanks all. Night all, thanks for the company. Thank you, Martin. You take care, buddy. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, and someone else suggested using not this ballast, obviously, but a smaller, finer ballast, maybe to decorate it. There are a few ideas, but the same with the grassing. I'm leaving it to Grace because I'm not getting involved. But yeah, paint a wooden base could look good, because you do get wooden bases for sheds and greenhouses, don't you? Raymond Lakes, you can hide a lot of things in a bush. You certainly can, and apparently blokes can't find them. Coffee stirrers, yes, Paul. That would hide it. That's a good idea. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Oh, these ones, you mean? These are the coffee stirrers from a certain well-known coffee distributing franchise sort of thing. Craig, yeah, he sent me his class 25 with his wagons at dawn. Looks like, all right, something else. Look really realistic. Square toothpicks, that's another good idea. But yes, something, I do like that idea. Something, I'll suggest that to Grace. Obviously, I'm not going to tell her because I'm not in charge of it. No chance. Thinner ones. Thinner than that, Paul. I suppose you could cut these down. Maybe split them in half or something. Or toothpicks, yeah. Toothpicks would work as well. That base looks like what's known in the building game as a block and beam. It all looks to me like some decking construction. That's a thought about it. McBlizzard, paint it grey, instant breeze blocks. That's a valid point, Mick, yeah. I'll see what Grace says. I'll mention it to her, see what she says. Bushes up the side. Yeah. It's all, I mean, you can see, I think this is too tall. I do think that's too tall, to be honest, because if you think of a height of the vicar that's going to be living there, I don't know. And it's going to hide the greenhouse as well. Real life, Rob. What do you mean, Craig? This, you mean? Or are you talking about something else? Sorry, I missed. If it's something else, Craig, I do apologise for missing it. No, they're all thick stirrers. Oh, hold a second. I've just spotted something else. These ones are actually thinner again. I don't know. Very hard to see on a very small screen. But they're about a third of the width. Is this going to go into focus for you guys? Would that work, do you reckon? Let's have a look without bashing anything. That could work. Maybe. Hiding the side of it, maybe. But like I said, it's up to Grace. These ones, you reckon, Paul, the thinner ones, and that just around the actual base to hide the base, you mean? Okay. Because one of these would do that entire thing. Because you'd only have to do one side in the front, wouldn't you? It's pointless doing the back and around the other side. Yeah. And then just paint these, because I don't know if you guys can see it. If I try and hold it, let me have a look when it comes up on this screen for you guys. If I turn it, maybe. No, it's not showing. But there is actually, there's quite a good grain running through this. It's quite a realistic grain on it. So yeah, maybe a wash on that. A light, maybe a light brown wash or something. I'll suggest it to Grace, see what she says. Craig, from Craig class 25 photos at dawn, he sent me. Okay, mate. Okay, I shall suggest that to Grace then, because she only needs. Oh, I've just killed a tree. Don't tell Grace. I'll suggest that to Grace. She's coming back in now. If you want, I can show you what he sent me and how good it looks. Yeah, go for it. Drop us a message. Robert says here, hello, Rob and Grace. How about bricks with a base? Well, we're just discussing this now. We've had some thoughts and suggestions.
Come on.
Instead of thoughts and prayers. Come up here. Oh, that's partly busted. One thing, I think that's too tall.
Oh, I did that purposely.
I think it's a bit too tall. You think about the height of a person.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a bigger.
Yeah.
You get some of the
Right.
bushes that are...
This wood.
Mm.
Along that. Yeah.
Mm.
So you've got a timber base and then brick underneath it.
Okay.
Not a demand.
Do I paint it darker or do I leave it that light?
No. I think it needs not as dark. You know the beds you did on the train on the train station. I don't think it can go anywhere as dark as that, but I think it needs a bit of a brown wash. Okay. All right. Sure. And then the base of it as a brick layer.
Okay, though. Well, guys are just going to have to bear with me for 1 minute because I'm doing my...
Okay, can you do it? Because I need to sit there.
Yeah, I'm going to sit there for comments and just away from...
Yeah. I think everybody knows anyway.
No, I know, but, we've always never fully advertised it. They just see it across the screen in a minute. So, yeah, I do like that idea, guys. I really do. Thank you for that.
But not the thicker ones. It has to be that.
No, it has to be these. We've got plenty of these, so it's not a problem. So I will try and get some of that in a minute.
A few people have suggested it.
No, I like that as a wooden base. Because the problem with this is the front end doesn't look too bad. It looks like a proper wood platform. Oh, you guys can't see. So the front looks like a proper wood platform. It's the sides that give it away. So yeah, I definitely agree with the wooden base. I like that idea. I really do. Because then I can maybe paint this the same colour. Especially because depending what scene we're on, we could even remove this and it just be a wood base. Couldn't it? You can set it up for different things. It can either be a greenhouse or a place for people to sit in the garden, yeah. Mm. So we could even change the scenes around because people do that, don't they? Mm. I've noticed that at some model railway shows, they will change the scenes depending on the day.
Oh, Rob's the series in as well.
Yeah, I've seen that. Thank you.
Raymond says Grace's bush is too tall.
So yeah, I was thinking those like really tall ones.
I think it's too tall, Grace, because it's...
My only problem, and this is what I was showing the guys earlier, is you imagine that person walking that baby, she can see into it. I was trying to do it for privacy. So I thought in that corner it works because that's where it's kind of being left to just overgrow a bit.
Oh, okay.
That's just...
But why that tall? It wouldn't need... if you think about it, that one's tall enough.
I just liked how the clumps went and it looked quite natural. That was all. And I just thought bottom of the garden you could get away with it.
You're ready.
But no, I do like that wood idea. And then brick underneath. The only issue I might have is I think this is thicker than that. So do I just let it go the thickness that it is and then just brick underneath? And will that matter as much? Or do I line it up and then cut it down? That's the only other question. WWS is not a crew to my knowledge, Craig. I wish they were. But I'm afraid they aren't to my knowledge. Because trust me, if they were there, we would definitely be having a chat with them. It's a shame they aren't, because we're not really going to get to the bigger shows. But you never know. Maybe as crew develops over the years, it's obviously its first year. Topiary. That's what Paul said. So yeah, I'll create what I can use is I can use the lighter brown to create the wash with, because the darker brown it's too dark for it, isn't it? And then that would be too dark and linking with the benches.
Yeah, you don't want the same wash everywhere, do you?
No. So we will experiment with that in a minute. But I'm more inclined to paint it first and then glue, because I've made the mistake before of gluing it and then painting it, because the super glue then gives away where you've glued it. So if WWS was there, I can see you with a big suitcase and just slide all the products into the suitcase.
Yeah, just get someone to distract Martin.
And we just
while
chuck
he's not
bits in.
looking. And we just help ourselves.
Hey, we could ask Martin if we can do what those ones on YouTube and Facebook do, and get people in a store and say you either get the amount of products you can carry in your hand without dropping them, and all of them you get.
Supermarket sweep.
Yeah. And we just say whatever we can carry in our arms, because trust me, I would carry all I can, and you don't have to pay for it. That would be a cool thing. So usually so far, I'll trip up, I use this brown for my wash, if I can get it out without destroying all the paints like I usually do. It's so handy having these out here. I really do like it. So usually I use this darker brown, but I think I'm going to go to, this is burnt sienna. So I think I'm going to do that as a wash. And we'll see how that goes. So I need to get a brush, really make it wet. And create that. So let me just get a brush, guys. Need a little pot. Can I just, sorry, you're where I need to.
No, sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh dear. No, it's all right. I'll get it. Oh, I just don't want to lean on my shoulder.
No, and your ankle's hurting a bit as well, isn't it?
Aye. Well, if I cut the comments, because you're going to miss them while you're digging.
Oh no, it won't take me long because all my pots are here.
You can cut the copy stirrer down a bit. Oh, there's a Hornby announcement tomorrow as well.
Yes, I noticed that. I said that to you earlier, didn't I?
Andy T, my opinion is scratch building on your layout is your choice for your story. Did the vicar get trading with him and Stan from the Nags? They'd done it as a few on a Saturday win on the horses. Craig, well, I can guess you can still visit the site and get stuff there with a 20% off. Yep, that's as far as we're aware, that code is still valid. If anybody wants to drop the code in the chat, please. And for those lurking or new to the chat, anything on sale, anything that's not on sale on the WWS sites, you can use the discount code RGJ T-20, I think it is.
I'm sure the guys will do it right for you.
Yeah. It's a good job, WDS crew, of just getting there and staying overnight has cost me enough. Andy T, it's your layout, your story. Raymond Legs, at one show I went to, one guy had a lot of trouble with the guys who would slide a wagon or logo in their bag or pocket. He wouldn't go after them, but he would confront them in the next show. Jesus.
That's naughty.
That is naughty.
Why would you do that?
Robert said, Grace, put the bushes in and come back later to see if you like it. Paul Woods dropped the code. Thank you. Yeah, so that code that Paul Woods has dropped, for anybody new or lurking, if you go onto the WWS site, anything that's not on sale, you can put that code in at the checkout and it'll get you 20% off your orders. And obviously, if you spend over £50, you also get free delivery.
150 for international, isn't it? I think. Right.
Right, so what are you doing now?
Painting up the wood. Because like I said last time, I glued it and you could see the glue lines.
Have you got water?
Yes, water. I have water.
Just so it's out of the way. Safer over there, out of the way. You don't knock it. We'll put it into the water.
Yeah, true. So I'm actually going to practice with a bit of Corex as well because I want to see how that turns out as well. Usually I just absolutely soak my brush and then pick up a bit. And that's how I get my water. Obviously, the problem with the Corex is it's not going to soak it up where the wood does. But it should just give this a bit of a... Oh, I might have to go. So what I love about using these sticks as well, what's handy is you get that natural grain in them.
That's what I was telling them. Chair up and sit here and get the chat up, I think. Oh.
As you can see, there is a difference in colour.
Some people would not agree with his prices, so they would sneak in, steal a loco or a wagon. I got a £5 non-runner Fleischmann German steamer from which is now a runner. So £5 for a non-runner, and you got it working, and they wouldn't agree with his prices. I would have said that was a good bargain. What are you doing, Grace? Jake's asking.
Jake, what I'm doing is I'm kind of tinting this wood before I build it. So we've now decided with the guys' input to do like a wooden base around the Corex.
Andy's shooting off.
No, Andy, darling. When are you back to being live? Is it this weekend or is it next weekend? Because obviously I can't promise with us being at crew if we will be able to tune in or not.
We're going to try and do it.
Yeah.
2 minutes live from crew, aren't we?
Simon said earlier, but I said we cannot guarantee a time.
No. But I'm not taking photos all day because it's too many to go through and edit, so we'll have to be mindful.
No, I think get the few ones in the morning a few natural ones throughout the day at random times, and then the awards.
Jake's back in. If you're ordering international from WWS, don't forget customs charges and VAT charges from revenue services. Yep, because you will get stung otherwise.
So that is the difference between the two now. I kind of want to let it air dry for a minute before I do the other side.
You don't need to do the other side. You're not going to see it. And the glue will adhere better to the wood. And he said should be back live Sunday.
Okay. We will try and pop in, as I'm sure there will probably be like a corner of all of us watching it. Or like at Crew last year, I think Jason had the phone and said we were all there watching with him. I'm going to do 2 of these because...
You don't need them.
Huh?
You don't need them.
No, I can use them for something else. So.
Yeah, but then you've decided on the colour for it.
But if I go wrong, it means I've got spare hair painted up.
Mark, shut up with your negativity. Don't be daft. You soft git.
So let those just dry up before I start touching them. And see if we can do anything with this Corex or whether I need to do like a slightly thicker paint to water ratio. Let's start again with that. This is the experimental piece anyway, so I might have to do the top as a bit darker, you know, for it to adhere.
Jake, still working out what to do, Mark, don't worry. Temper on. No, it's not a temper. It was just you being a bleeding soft git. Stop being negative. You're part of the team. Paul, Mark, you're taking Timber's saying. Timber, no point, Andy will be at the show.
Well, I know Andy's got a lot of his American friends that tune in,
God, yeah.
so no, I think I might be able to do it with that actually.
Mark, sorry you lost me there, Jake. Yeah, going back to your comment, it's still working out what to do, Mark. Don't worry. Yeah, that's confused me as well now. Mark's mentioned it. The 55. Ah, okay.
I didn't actually put any paint on that at all.
Absolute silence. You could hear a pin drop.
I can probably hear the brush strokes.
Why are you painting that?
Because just like I said, if we decide to take it off, it's just part of my...
Growler, Ewan, evening, Grace and Rob. Welcome in, sir. How the hell are you keeping?
Good evening. Did we sort the thing out with Sean?
Sure.
About contacting Dan, or was it Growler? I can't remember who he said. That's the issue.
Let me have a look at See if we've got any messages. And Simon's put a pin.
Oh, that's better.
Let's have a look on here. What's Sean's channel again?
Buckley.
Buckley. No, he hasn't got an email. It was Dan who asked you. Yeah, we know, Dan. That's why I mentioned it to him, and I did ask him to drop us a message. But as far as I can tell, as yet, he hasn't. All these stupid emails from DXO. Kevin. Hi, Grace. It's Kevin.
Kevin! How are you, darling? Did I say it to the wrong Kevin earlier then?
No, I think he was in earlier as well.
Oh.
Ewan, watching in bed, so if you hear any snoring, I've nodded off.
Thanks.
Well, if anybody hears Ewan snoring, someone give him a nudge. Poke him in his side or something to stop him snoring. Mark, this is EJ. If you can get together all the money cash for it, I can bring it with me. Ah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Jake, I'm glad I got all my videos edited last night and uploaded. Ooh, I'll have to take a look.
Yes, and Mav, who's disappeared, has also uploaded one today as well, wasn't he?
Yes, he has.
My hand decided it didn't want that.
Craig, yeah, I'll let you know how I get on Tuesday, mate. Okay, yes, please do. Yes, and make sure you do about that.
Okay.
No.
Just a woody colour, basically, for things like that. I never create like washes.
So how are you sticking the wood to it?
I wasn't going to stick it just yet because, like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use up the base to put the stuff in because I've got to get stuff on the shelf somehow. So it might be through and then with tweezers.
No, how are you going to stick the wood to the base? I never mentioned the greenhouse.
It's already...
That wood to that base.
Oh, I don't know yet.
Not totally disappeared. I am lurking while working.
Ah, but you'd abandoned us.
Damn, does that mean we'll have to stop talking about him?
Yeah. Shh.
Ewan spent a couple of tonight on my new 2 new bridges starting to come together. Sweet. Lurker's got to pay a service charge, Mel. Yeah, 10 super chats. Get £10 each.
I'm half tempted to just get the hot glue out again, to be fair.
Yeah. Jake, yeah, find a cash machine at 4 AM on my walk up to Jason. I'll get it pulled out for you, Mark. Jake, that sounds really bad. Walking around 4 AM, if you get cash, you're going to pull it out. You might get arrested for that. Kevin, I'm okay. It's been pushed one hospital department. Oh, excuse me. Being pushed one hospital department to another and back again. But okay, so. Oh, God, yeah, I know that feeling. Mark, so if the YouTube meetup at Crew goes on long enough, I might be in time to join in.
Yes. And I'm sure you'll see everyone milling around, so...
Yeah.
I think when we did it at Crew, we all had a couple, so we were there for
You
ages.
see that predictive text? It was a couple of hours I spent tonight on the bridges. That sounds bad as well, actually.
It does.
Or was that just me twisting everybody's words?
Either that, or he was asking for a call for help if he spent a couple of hours on the bridge. You know.
I think it's for an hour and 30 minutes, Mark. Simon, I plan to be around all day. Raymond, don't off yourself. You won't sing Grace no more. I'm more concerned about Jake walking around at 4 o'clock in the morning, offering to pull it out for cash. Jake, if I pay you enough money, will you not pull it out, please?
I'm going to say, at times that tough. No, I've got one. I did have one here.
You have two.
I have two.
Yeah.
Are you taking that one away so you're not playing with it now?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the glue gun to warm up again, guys. It doesn't take.
Can you move it away from the edge of the map, please?
You're getting a bit twitchy there.
Well, that's where the tail's going, so I don't want that wood.
No, this is the underneath. We're flipping it.
Yeah, but I still don't want it damaged.
No. Well, actually, no, this is the top board that's going to be cut.
Yeah, but I still don't want it damaged. Not the price it was.
No, I know.
I would move. Yeah, you're just weird, Jake. You really are.
Although, guys, I have you here as evidence. When you cut the Corex, did you use a board?
No, one of them I didn't. And I realised as soon as I'd done it.
So, can you guys see? Just evidence in case your memory forgoes you. Which it does.
No, I shall openly admit to it. As soon as I finished cutting it, I realised what I'd done.
So what's that about keeping this board clean?
Well, I don't want it any more done. Dan, see, CJ, this is why I wouldn't stay over.
I'm actually going to get a tiny bit in there as well to make that flat. There we go. We have glue. This is where I burn myself again.
Well, the first thing that I'll probably do once I arrive at the venue will be to get some food, as I'll be hungry by then. Yeah, don't eat on the train, it's too bloody expensive.
There's not very good stuff on there, actually.
Raymond, I've noticed an uptick in railway-related vandalism. The arson have bashed in the buffet coach. Oh, Jesus. Paul, Grace is going to be covered anyway. What do you mean by that, Paul? I'm lost.
I was confused and slightly worried.
Dan, I don't know how long the YouTubers meet is, but the club is opening to sell food, so they may kick us out so they can set up food in the bar.
No,
I know the
food's
bar's
not
not open. I thought the cafe's separate.
I don't know. But I'm sure Jason he's been dealing with timber, so that would have already been worked out. Because Jason himself knows how you sit there and you sat there chatting for ages. So I think he'll know that wherever we are, we're going to be there a while. That would have already been discussed. So I think my easiest option here is just glue the Corex and then attach it. And then cut it. So...
No.
No?
No. Cut its size.
This is where I then get it wrong. That's why I was going to glue it, so I know I don't get it wrong. Because the wood moves.
Don't let it move then.
Yeah, that's not as easy.
Did you get the shirt and hoodies? No, mate, we figured that it'd be too it'd be too late to get them in time, so it was kind of pointless at the time.
No, I gathered that.
Jake, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it to men. When I aren't in a couple of the family members think positive something happened to me, and I was my mail, which terrible, but it was only a joke, buddy. It was only a joke. Dan, if you can remember which towel Jason saw you in, sign it and frame it for him. Huh? I think he means the one when you.
Yeah. Yes, Simon noticed a few days ago that Pentra View Station is up for sale in Anglesey brick building now going to auction with a guide price of 35,000. Yeah, I imagine that's possibly because I think they're looking at installing a railway again, but also it's going to cost a lot of money to
It's not that
convert it.
No. The problem is they're selling these train stations, which are going to shut down the idea of opening the track because they won't have any stations.
Yeah.
And we know the one in Llangefni, we know who owns that one.
Yeah. I mean, you can get
Craig, can see if you can order the AK pigment washes, Rob, and have them locally. I think Grace likes making her own, buddy. Jake's to fully trust her. Yeah, I get that, buddy. Where you cut the corks on the border of the light cut line will be covered. Yeah. PM you on Facebook, please, Grace and Rob. Okay, let's have a look.
Oh, JC, Tactimore, how are you doing?
Yeah, John. Yeah, sorry. I do apologise, John. Good to see you, buddy. I do apologise.
How are you keeping, buddy?
Got the comments from it.
Good. I'm glad. I mean, the ones that rusted for the shoes line, like I did for you. Oh, we've got a few pigment washes here. Yeah, we've got brown and the green.
All right. Oh yes, yeah.
And then you've also got that experiment to try with the weathering powders, haven't you? That's the other one you're going to try, isn't it? So we got the WW Scenics powders, which I've got to say are a lot more pigmented than my chalks. But Martin actually did a video making like a disused line, so Robbie's going to be doing similar to that. Are you taking any notebooks for list to cover crew, Grace? You know, the funniest thing about that is while I was away, I had a phone call with Jason just about the last couple of posts before crew. And I did have a purple book in my bag because I need to go through and write all the gifters and donators down. But that means watching all our videos. Didn't get around to that, but I do actually have the list for crew in there. In pencil, mind you. Because that isn't actually what that book was for, but... we're almost there. You need a razor saw, Grace. You really would trust me with a saw, Timber?
There is hacksaw underneath.
Yes. Knowing me, I'd completely stuff up, you know. It's just that last little bit now. There we go. If we can get that attached.
I got Bunsen, but Rob used it to shave his legs. Craig, mix the weathering powder with a small drop of water to make a sort of paint mix. Works well, Rob, and paint it on a small tip. Ooh.
That's what you're going to be, you've got to watch Martin's video, haven't
Yeah.
you?
Mark, T-shirt studio is a good place to get T-shirts, hoodies from, etc. They do express delivery as well. So if you order early enough in the day, you can get next day delivery. Bloody hell.
Is that on the area though? Because that was one thing in Liverpool we loved, didn't we? We were right on getting deliveries as soon as basically we'd done them. But
I'm just going to take a quick look at that.
because if in doubt, we've always got our old T-shirts that it's just the old logo and it's purple.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to get them by Friday, are we?
So you can catch us in the old stuff for now. But
Andy T shooting off.
no, night, Andy.
Oh, no, sorry. He's off out for 10 minutes because the furry buddy with flick knives that allows me to live in my flat has remind me it's food time.
Ah,
And Dan Sterling's in.
good evening, Dan. How are you doing? What I like about that super glue is that hot glue is there was a little gap there, but because of the glue, it's just squished down and kind of built it in. So
Rats. You've got the comments for a minute. Just have a look at something.
good evening, guys. Yeah, hope you're keeping okay. And see you, Randy, and hi, Dennis. I'm just gonna get my baseline to cut this, guys, and then
I'm just having a look at this that Mark suggested.
I will look back at the comments.
Grace's options either old RGJ t-shirt or the yellow dress, so that Mal can find it.
You know what? I don't know if it's going to be warm enough. The weather we've been having lately, guys. I honestly don't know if I'm that brave enough.
What size really beat you up?
Small. Only did he?
Where's purple here?
But Jason did say it was going to be like 21 degrees. Is that a man's size small though? Because that's the only issue.
Oh,
It's on a bloke, so I'd be half tempted to think it's a bloke's.
extra small one.
There should be a sizing chart in there.
Size guide.
All you need is like the back size.
Women, extra small is 50 centimetres across.
Fifth. Oh, okay.
Half a metre.
No, we're talking clothes sizes. What's the measurement of a bra?
I don't
What's
believe
that in? Is it inches?
I know.
I know you guys know bras. It's bras in inches. Whoever thought they'd be having this conversation on RG
Dan Sterling, great guys. How are you doing? I was wondering if I could send you a photo too of the local I built. By all means, you can indeed, Dan. Simon, old stuff. Thought you were still doing that thing on horseback.
If there's a horse that is there, I will shite bricks. Because then I don't know what I'm going to do. Because at least when I said it, my hair would cover my area. After the
Craig, I use it for making exhaust on the roof of my locos. Gives lasting finish, doesn't come off as easy compared to the powder on its own. Without having to use varnish or sealer. Yeah, it's something I could have a look at getting into, but I'm going to start small on old rubbish first.
Oh,
Dan, are you referring to Rob in the yellow dress? Raymond doesn't know bras. And Craig wants, are you referring to imperial or metric base?
I don't know what bras are in. Like 30, 32, 34, but it can't be centimetres, surely.
Raymond, I've watched a lot of videos of women taking off bras, but I've never measured one. I think me and Raymond have been watching the same videos. Small is 36 inches.
Ah, Jesus, what's the extra small then?
34.
That's probably a bit better. then do I get it slightly bigger? Because then if it's too... this is the only problem with
Simon,
not trying on.
If we talk about bras, does that mean we get busted? JC, good night, Grace and Rob. We'll fill you in. Okay. You take care, John.
No, night, darling. Thanks for coming in.
Craig, was it the video of Raymond taking off his rod that you were watching? No, it was that one that you sent me, Craig. Sorry about that. The app crashed, guys. Sent you guys a message on Facebook page. No worries, I'm looking a bit done. Raymond, Bikini Airways was better. My hobby cards, Simon, I'll be bringing them in. Yeah, we're going to bring ours. We must remember to put them in the car.
Yeah, maybe put them in the car this week so we don't forget.
No, Craig, which one is that now? Confused the heck out of me. I'll keep you guessing. Mark, now I wonder which bank that I can rob before Sunday that I can afford to hire a horse.
You just want to see the nicely shaped bumpy bits, Mark.
Hands, Grace, says JC.
Hands? I ain't covering up with my hands. I've got to ride a horse as well, you know.
Dan Stirland, anybody build model engines from cardboard here?
Cool.
Simon, remember seeing someone say apps are the future? BS. I totally agree. Craig, last one I sent you was the Akira scale 66763 with a Magnum from Southwark. Cool. Jake, I need everyone's cards, please. You'll have one of mine once I've got the design sorted for them. And Mark's saying, yes, please, Grace. I thought Mark might say that.
So did I. Although, is this where we find actually that everyone has clubbed together to loan a horse for the day?
Yeah.
Just to see it. Jesus Christ, I don't know what I'd do. Would you be happy with all the blokes seeing me absolutely stalk us?
Not particularly, no.
No. So someone get like a skin coloured like cover thing, and then that's all right, isn't it? Because I wouldn't see said details. But oh dear, the things. What's the saying about jest? Least said in jest.
Yes, you did say it.
You said about the yellow dress as well.
Yeah, that was on live. That was on the live.
Mm.
Two hands, that is, Grace, says John.
No, I'm confused what he means about two hands.
Ask him.
No, if you read that comment out again, because that's what you already said, wasn't it?
My mum has agreed the day of loanable horse and saddle. John is shooting off now. He says, say good night.
No night, John.
Craig, Jake, is that your playing cards and you've only got jokers and you're playing with a full deck? Raymond, that's going on the hub if you're not careful. Mark said that a promise is a promise.
Well, this is the thing. If it goes on the hub, what would it be titled? Just a bareback riding on a model railway show.
It would probably be the most popular model railway show in the history of model railway shows.
Yeah, and then Jason would be like, he'd have to top it next year. What? How would he top it next year?
Me naked bareback on a horse.
That I wouldn't mind. Because one, it would get you on a horse.
Hell no.
And two, I'm not complaining that suiting your
You're not.
birthday suit.
You're not getting me on a horse. Dan, recently built an LMS Ginty locomotive from card. It looks wonderful. Ooh, cool. Dan, masking tape on those smaller bits for the bigger bits actually make it not illegal to wander around naked. Craig, how you measure your horse, Grace?
17 hands.
Is the stream over? Not quite yet. We'll be going for a little bit longer. Maybe finishing about 11ish. But no, we're not shooting off yet, Rob. Raymond, don't topping it. Topping is something else in those circles. Craig, Robin and Mancini on the bonnet of a Ferrari.
You were talking about your Ferrari glasses today.
Yeah. Andy T. Grace, everyone here is a true lady or gentleman and will avert their gaze, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sorry,
Right.
Andy, I'm calling BS on that comment. Total BS.
Oops, I accidentally looked in the wrong direction.
Oh, I accidentally pointed my zoom lens in the wrong direction.
Wait, they ain't that small.
I didn't say a word. I just wanted a close up. They want to see the wrinkles in the areola.
Wrinkles?
There are wrinkles in areolas. You're shaking well, Ben.
Told you.
Dan, he would top it by having two Lady Godiva's, of which Grace will be one of them forever. Timber, Rob naked on a horse brings new meaning to riding tackle. Valley's 56. Good evening, Chris. How the heck are you, buddy? Thank you for joining us. You are making one hell of a mess there, you know that.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I've got to ask you, you're making all that mess with the glue. How are you going to attach to all the brickwork now?
Underneath.
Jake, no, I didn't get one at the time because I think it was like selfie and took off trying to get videos of Pete's layout. I have to say that was a very good suggestion by the guys.
Mm.
And this goes to show that when we get good suggestions, we do listen to them, unlike certain comments that we've had.
That's one. That's one.
The round circles on the breasts in both males and females.
Go on, let me have a look.
I think he was referring to the areola.
Yeah, let me have a look. I don't believe you.
Oh. You show the guys yours first. As our numbers shoot up.
I wasn't saying about it on camera.
Oh, my shop bloody chat and get over. Get that loaded back up. I'm bringing them, so make sure you get one. Next year it'll be Grace and Rob riding naked on horseback. Oh, Victor Levitt shooting off.
No, Victor, darling.
Why have you put it all the way around?
Just because if we ever place it somewhere else, it's just better to do it now than find out we actually want it somewhere else and then you're stuffed.
Raymond Leggs, shooting off should only be done in the privacy of one's home. Oh, hell no. Outdoors is more fun.
Some people are into that.
Jake, I did it with everyone and Lord L got his cards off before I had a chance to disappear.
You were? He did it with everyone.
I always knew Jake was a bit of a tart. If Rob did that on his Ferrari in now owns, it would be an episode of 24 Hours and A&E followed by a failed completion video on YouTube of X-ray reveal inserts. Jake, can you be at the 11 a.m. meet and greet? I'm sure he will. Andy T, yep, Irish is right. I'm 50 odd and confirming I'm growing moobs.
And moves like Jagger.
Chris just got 18 Hornby concept iron ore wagon from a guy in the club. Oh, sweet, Chris. Nice one. Jake is going to be there from 5:30 to 6 a.m. We might just be getting up at that time, but we won't have gone to sleep until about 1 a.m.
You might be getting up at that time. You're going to be making a cup of tea while I'm on snooze. And then that's our usual morning routine, is it not?
Jake's been around the block, I see.
That's what he
Simon
says.
will be the mayor in his new robes. Craig man boobs. Chris, I won't be at the meet and greet. Don't get in till noon. It might still well be going on, Chris, so don't worry, mate. If not, come and find us all.
Are you getting the same train as Mark? Because Mark's getting in around midday as well, isn't he? Look for each other on the train.
Sound like Susie's mum and dad's house, Robin Grace. Chris, I'm getting the 9 a.m. train from Cardiff to Crewe, no change. Well, that's handy.
That is really handy. There's nothing worse I hate than changes when you're on a long train journey. At least on like the single ones, you can just kick back, relax, do whatever you're doing.
If not, Chris, will be YouTubers walking out as you walk in, suggesting we make for someone who's last in here. So we go, okay, we're going now. Craig, gymnasium give man bubs too. Oh Jesus, don't! I'm gonna be going to the gym.
But why did you call it gymnasium? That's
because he just said it.
No, but you called it gymnasium this morning.
Oh well.
And even someone else took the mickey out of you and said, "What, are you at school?"
Oh well.
Although with your mental age.
Exact change only then, Chris, and no notes. Chris won't be getting the same train as me as he's coming from Wales.
Yeah, I was going to do this and call it.
Yeah. Let's get it put in place, yeah. Dan, sat running austerity to tank loco on a coal train, finishing Chuck's the Ginty. Sweet. Rob's new word of the day series: how to mispronounce words like asploding. It's an explosion. I like that word. Chris, just got 2 of my dead.
No! We squirted out more than I needed.
Oh. Only takes a little bit.
It's hot glow. I've got to be careful.
Chris, just got 2 of my dead logos sorted by a guy from my club. I now have a Bachman 66 and a Hornby 66 running again on DCC. Nice one. Did you see the comments on how to measure bra side? Camera went off as you were about to read. Yeah, we're all sorted, done. I'm just having a look at that site that Mark suggested. Because if he can get it next day, it would be handy. Simon asking, are you squirting again, Grace?
Yeah, except this time it's hot and clear. Is that a health concern?
Timber, sir, got to run. Good night, Timber. Thank you for coming in tonight, buddy. Andy T, what I find handy about moves, I don't need to spend any money on fancy restaurant theatres anymore. More money for trains, I just go topless. Craig, get the burn gel for Grace.
Oh, sugar.
Timber, ciao for now. You take care, Timber. Thank you for coming in, buddy. That's got to be pretty solid by now, isn't it?
I've just on it too thin, so I'm hoping that'll connect it up, if that makes sense. That would warm.
It's funny that hot glue gun being warm.
No, the wood.
What was the t-shirt shop link again? Mark, can you post that link again to that t-shirt shop, please, buddy? Jake, it doesn't work like that, Paul. You need to get 3 to get that number.
3.
Chris, I actually do have the Curse Stewart that was numbered 666 by GWR. Sweet. Mark, I've got to change trains twice, 3 times if you count the underground to get to Cruise, but I don't mind as the light trains. I've never been on the West Coast Main Line before. Craig, any more glue and Grace can stand on it. You are going a bit over the top there, to be fair.
Oh, wow.
Nope, didn't see Mark's message. It was retracted. But yeah, Mark, if you can drop that link again to that t-shirt place, please, buddy.
I'll sort that.
Oh, nice one. Thank you, Mark. I'm looking at it myself as well.
I'll sort back another day because you're hurting.
Yeah. You never know, if they do next day delivery, I might be able to source them.
Again, try and get more.
6601 Devil's Trainer Freight Liner Green, powerful livery, sorry.
So I suppose that's the kind of angle you'd be seeing it at.
No, I think that works. See, between that suggestion my suggestion last night about having it at the end of the garden, and the guy's suggesting tonight
The brick and
about the wood and that, I think it's brilliant. I think it really works. Hello, Mum.
and then they can get the brick paper on as well. It's coming together slowly, guys, I think. Very, very slowly. Obviously, it's taken the time. I think it's taken time tonight with the kit bashing as such.
We should have a platform to level it out. No, Grace is at it with her phone. There we go. Typical Grace, got to destroy things.
Timber.
Now he's gone. No, I think that works.
And just get some colour in it. And
right, guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to start shutting down now, so everybody wants to say their goodbyes and everything.
Goodbye.
10 to 11. So thank you all so much for joining in tonight. It's been a good chat tonight, to be fair. We honestly didn't think that we'd have so many in tonight, with it being a Tuesday. But like we said, if you look on the community tab of the page, we have put up a sort of preliminary schedule of what we're hoping to do with the live streams. There isn't one on Saturday evening, obviously. We're hoping to go live Sunday for a little bit from Crew Model Rail. And then hopefully it will be shorter ones temporarily, but we'll have a members live stream on next Tuesday, and again the Saturday the open live stream. Again, that will be shorter because obviously we've got Crew Model Rail and a wedding wedding photography to edit. So if you just bear with us just over the next week or so, well, next couple of weeks, just while we're getting all the photos edited.
Because I've got to get my drawing in that as well.
And then obviously Grace is going to be restarting to do her live streams from Prescott Portraits. If somebody can put a link up to that as well, please, that would be appreciated. For Grace's Prescott Portraits. She'll be doing a live stream of a drawing of the, was it Duchess Hamilton, was it?
I think what's the one we've got over there? That's
Sutherland.
Sutherland. Yeah, then it's Hamilton.
The Hamilton for Stephen B. Rob, you need to finish off messaging me about that. Messaging about what? Oh, just message me about what, Jacob? My brain's not working, buddy. 2 seconds, I'm missing. Stupid chat. Where are we? Yeah, we'll see everybody at Model Rail Crew who are coming. And obviously, we all of us wish Jason all the very best. Him and Rachel are going to be nervous as heck, hoping everything is going to go smoothly. But obviously, with the volunteers helping up, I've got no doubt it will work great for him. And bigger and better next year.
I was going to say, and if there is a few hiccups, obviously, I think people do have to remember it's an absolute first, and you can only learn from it.
Yeah, be shooting off myself. No, don't get confused. I'm not going to shoot myself. Yeah, put the gun down. Mark, I've used them a few times and they're good. I've got super premium t-shirts from them as well as premium sweatshirt, and they are good quality. Oh, yes, Jake. I do apologise. I didn't get back to you about that, did I? Yes, weddings. I do need to work out. Yeah. So, yeah, if everybody wants to start saying no, what we're going to do now is we'll obviously do our usual and mute the stream. But again, thank you all so much for joining in and making it a great evening. Bit of a slow one for us. Not got a lot of work done, but
takes a while to scratch build. That's the only issue, isn't it?
But thank you all again so much. Take care and big loves from me and Grace.
Night, guys.